And hello, everyone, and good evening, and welcome to Seriously Let's Play, the community building actual play where artists, creators, actors, fans come together for love of the hobby. I am John Thompson. I'm part of the leadership here at Rook and Rasp. This year, we're coming back bigger and better than ever, meaning that we're focusing on new and fresh indie games. And next month, or actually, not next month. I guess we're going to be 2 months out at this point because we're going to do it the first weekend in December. We're going to be doing our IGDN Charity stream that last year raised almost $2,000 for marginalized creators within the tabletop RPG space. And this year we're going to be featuring games such as Raccoon Sky Pirates, Psychic Kids, Our Flag Means Kiss, Necrobiotic, and many more that are game studios from game studios that are part of the IGDN. And we will have a few surprise guests from some of our extended family out there that are like, hey, we would love to come on and help support. So really looking forward to that. Today, we are, of course, joined again by Matthew Orr from What Inc. Games. Coming back and joining us for another one here, we have Danielle, who is also a veteran of the channel and has been on several of our games and also is over at One-Legged GM, where they work with the game there. The game that, what, I can never remember it. Danielle, what's it called?
Hidden Worlds Incursion.
There you go. So also be sure to go and look at their Twitch channel and check them out. I believe y'all just did your, came back and did something this last week.
Yep, our very first Twitch stream.
So excited for them. With that, we do have two guests here today. We have joining us, we have Jess Geyer from Wannabe Games, and also the current president of the Independent Game Designers Network. She obviously written for Wannabe Games, Moonpunk, one of my favorite games, and has also written for Baker Street and Hood Swashbuckling Adventures in Sherwood Forests, and co-hosts the podcast RPG R&D. So Jess, thank you so much for coming on today.
Thanks for having me, and thank you for doing the charity stream with the IGDN. We really appreciate that.
I've been a fan of it for years, and I am so happy to have an opportunity to get back out there. So everyone, be sure to check out. We've got flyers up on social media. If you see one, please repost it, and I hope to see you there. And of course, I will say this 100 times over. Don't even, if streaming isn't your thing and donating or attending these streams isn't your thing, go check out the IGDN anyway and donate. It is a great cause to be able to do this with the diversity scholarship. So get out there, do some good. And then today we have, for the first time ever, a very beloved member of our community. You might know him as Librarian NPC. You might have seen him on our server or a few of our chats there. You may know him for Pithy Productions, which hits the tabletop convention scene circuit quite a bit, and definitely a wonderful person if you end up at a booth next to Anthony. I have a great time going by and visiting and just chatting all the time when we were at a convention together. But Anthony is also a tabletop RPG writer and creator, and today we are playing one of his games, Ghastbashers. So Anthony, thank you so much for bringing this to us.
And thank you so much for having me.
All right. And with that said, from here on in, Anthony, it's your show.
That's a dangerous thing to say. All right, so before we get rolling here, because you all are part of the same team, it'd be nice to know who is playing who. So, who would like to go first into giving us a name and who you are so our viewers know who to root for?
I'll happily shout out mine to get the ball rolling. Let's go. I wanted a classic name from the classic, franchise, and I definitely am Peter. Just Peter.
I'll go next. I hate those silences.
Let's pick up people.
I am playing the daughter of a couple of famous Ghastbashers from the previous big paranormal sweep. My name is Emma Michelle Fall. My parents thought they would be cheeky. My nickname is EMF.
and I'm playing Adrian. I left my job in the tech industry because it just got too boring, too many same things, and I am the gifted character.
I guess it leaves me. I'm Matt Orr. I'm portraying Harry Melatine, and that's she is goes by Harry because it's better for business if people think they're dealing with I'm gonna call up Harry. He sounds like a great occult expert, and then I show up in my 3-piece suit with all my pockets full of trinkets, and they don't always have to know that my parents named me Harriet, but I was like, no, we'll just drop the little last part. So I'm more of a cult expert, because the thing is that yeah, PK meter, ghosts, cold spots, whatever. The important thing is that they still respond to things that they were spiritually connected to in their lives. So sometimes a little bit of silver, some salt may disperse them better than unlicensed nuclear accelerator. So anyway.
And now that we have our brief introductions of our crew of Ghastbashers, now we can go ahead and see what sort of mischief and mayhem awaits them all. I'd like to have each of you roll a single 12-sided die for me. Okay, 2.
Got 11.
Got a 6.
And a 1. Alrighty. So I know who I get to pick on first.
Great.
Not in a bad way, don't worry. So it is...
High roll or the low roll?
Oh, we wanted the low roll this time.
Okay.
So, it is October 14th, 2023. That date sounds rather familiar, doesn't it? It's about 6:15 when, Adrian, you are being poked and prodded, saying, "Hey, Adrian, wake up.
What?
We got a call."
Really?
Yeah,
What did they say?
we gotta be at the mall.
The mall.
The mall.
Okay.
Did you get the others up? I gotta do damage control.
Yeah, I'm on it.
And with that, you've just dealt with your 5th member of your team, Cameron, who has been on the phones all night dealing with the random calls that come in and don't really need your activity yet.
I reach over and just set off a really annoying sound alarm.
So what level of annoying are we talking here?
Not quite as bad as the fire alarm, but definitely worse than just a wake-up alarm.
And with that, you all are being very abruptly awoken by the sound of this rather obnoxious alarm.
Oh my god, I yell from the other room. Can somebody please turn that down?
You're interrupting my TikTok. It's like the best time to post right now for the Western Hemisphere and the second best time to post for the Eastern Hemisphere, and we need to stop this so I can finish this video, please.
Yeah. Who going?
I'm gonna roll out of my my bunk at the top of the stairs. I think right above where this alarm is going off, and I'm going to thunder down to wherever this alarm is, and yeah, I'm gonna turn it off, or point at you, tell you to turn it off.
All you had to do was say something so I knew you were awake. Okay, we got a call.
Great.
Perfect.
We're going to the mall.
Didn't it close?
Who goes to the mall anymore?
I guess it's not the
Obviously we
walking
do.
club.
Only us.
Oh yeah, the walking club. They'd be
Right,
like
the
up
6
right
a.m.
now.
walking club. They'll be there.
Oh. Okay. Do we have any other details?
That's all I heard. Yeah.
Mm.
I forgot your character's name, Anthony. Anthony's
Oh, the NPC there, Cameron.
Cameron. Yeah. Cameron just said it's at the mall and ran away.
Okay,
All right.
I'll drive.
Okay, I was just about to ask, do we have a company car, or does somebody have to volunteer their vehicle?
Company car.
Established.
It's not the best vehicle in the world, but it's big enough to haul the 4 or 5 of you, as the case may be, your appropriate gear and other questionable life choices.
Have a nice little kit bag, little duffel bag, sling it over my shoulder, has all my stuff in it. Quickly finish editing the TikTok I was working on. Gotta get the advertisements in if we want business to keep coming. And I'm ready to go.
Grab a toolkit. It's got weird little pieces of PVC sticking out of the sides of it. I'm just, yeah. I look like I'm heading more to go do plumbing than ghost catching of any sort.
Yeah, I returned to my attic little. I imagine it's like just wide enough to have like a bed on one side and like a bookshelf on the other side. And yeah, I put in some trinkets in all my pockets. I got a vest. I got a blaze, pants pockets, suit jacket pockets. I got little pockets everywhere. I'm filling them full of trinkets.
You don't got it
And,
just ready to go. Just pull on the jacket, grab the box. That's all you gotta do.
I may have been reading and examining them late into the evening before I fell asleep, so I have to put them back into the pockets.
So I guess we're all off to the car.
Yeah.
Choosing the right
I-
song to put on, attached to the Bluetooth, whatever we got going on there.
I'm imagining this is like a Honda Element style car that's like got a big side to it that we can put our logo up.
Oh yeah, I love
It
that.
says Ghastbashers on it. And it's like you said it's not the best vehicle, so it's like it's from when those came out first, which is like a decade ago now. So
They're
We're taking-
reliable.
sure, of
Well-
course. And
So
what else could you put this much stuff in the back?
So if it's 10 years old, I'm plugging in an aux cord.
Yes, you are. On your way out, Cameron already has the coffee cups ready to go and a little note with just the name Dallas, head of security.
Oh.
Oh,
Anything else you can tell us?
They said that you'd have to see it to believe it, and honestly, I think you do need to see it to believe it if they're right.
Oh, have you seen it?
No,
Do you believe it?
kind of. It's not the
I'll take
weirdest
the
thing.
slip of paper from Cameron and I'll roll it up into a little tiny roll and put it in one of my pockets.
And the phone rings again. They pick it up. Ghastbashers, what do you want?
I'm getting to the car.
Yeah, let's go.
Yep.
Grab the coffees and go. Get an extra coffee. Grab an extra one for this head of security. Always want
Ah.
to get him on the right side.
Smart.
So you trek out to the car. It takes you a minute because apparently there's a really bitter cold snap overnight to the point where there's signs of frost on your windshield. A little on the chilly side, doesn't take too long. You make it to the mall. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump on the highway. And, do you have the usual number of cars that you would expect? The people that are working, your walking club, some of your other workers. At the main entrance, there is a single lone person looking rather exhausted with a cup of coffee in one hand and a cigarette in the other. They look like they've seen better days and worse days.
Is this outside the mall?
Outside the mall, outside the front entrance.
Okay.
Dressed like a security guard. Got the little badge.
Absolutely. Yep. Definitely got the little badge. The uniform definitely looks like it is rumpled in all the right places. They've been there in this one for a bit. He definitely looks like he's been up for a while.
I think maybe Peter, you should go talk to him. I'll pass you back that coffee that we snagged for him. Although he already has one. I'm sure I would want another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a bad idea. I grab both cups of coffee and I walk across to wherever this guy's standing. Hey, you Dallas?
Before he answers, gives you the once over. Are you in any sort of uniform, or are you just in your plain clothes?
I probably am in my uniform, the coveralls, but I have them basically the top half unzipped, tied around my waist, wearing a white tank top. Kind of got that look as I'm walking up.
Huh?
How's it going?
He gives you the once over. He's like, "Oh, thank God you're here. It's going to be interesting." He throws the now empty coffee cup towards the trash can.
Okay. Well, here, and I hand him the new one.
Don't worry, lifesaver. I don't care what anybody says about you.
Oh, you've heard something?
He called us.
He just shrugs and takes a sip of the coffee.
Well, what? So what do you got here?
Well, honestly, just take a look through the window. If you can't figure it out from there, yeah, we'll have to talk.
Look over his shoulder towards the doors and in the windows.
So the first thing you notice is there's a lot of fake snow sprayed on the windows.
It's a
Okay.
little early for Christmas decorations. It's not even Halloween yet. We still have like another 15 days, good, before we start hearing Mariah Carey on these on the speakers, right?
It's
Oh, when you try to peek through some of like the little patches of clear, you realize there's a lot of Christmas decorations, like Christmas lights already stringing the walls. In fact, even just straight ahead as you look down the main passage there, you notice that in the first intersection, there's already a Christmas tree in place.
Yeah, okay. So interior decorating isn't exactly our specialty, but we can handle it if you need it all carried out of there. Now, exactly, I'm still looking through a window and looking around.
Well, it wasn't up last night. I locked up, everything was fine. Still the spooky stuff that everybody wants this time of year. And then I show up this morning and this.
So we have like a reverse Grinch situation going on.
Looks like. Because there's no forced entry here either.
I mean, are you sure it's not just a prank? Like, what makes you suspect that this is paranormal activity?
It's the entire mall. In one night.
Oh.
This is not. We will happily take a look around. I don't think that's a problem. But, have you heard anything or seen anything else?
The cameras just went snow fuzzy for 5 minutes, and then everything was right back with the Christmas stuff.
5 minutes.
Okay, 5 minutes. That's interesting. I mean, that's like to do all that would be like a flash mob, which is not impossible. But now you're hitting something.
Another sip of the coffee and looks inside. Yeah, that's the big part. Overnight guy said he fell asleep in the chair and woke up to this.
Let me
I
ask.
don't have any logical reason for it, so called you guys.
Well, let me ask you. All that snow in there and all the decorations. Anything drops in temperature? Maybe anything else that you could have picked up on? Like, I mean,
Drop in temperature could just be blamed on the owner just wanting to cut the heating bill.
But is there one?
Couple degrees. Still warmer than out here.
Okay.
Your mall wasn't built on a reindeer burial ground, was it?
Yeah, probably an old coal mine, but what isn't anymore?
Do you
Is
know
there a
anything about it, Adrian?
Possibly. I wonder if there was any strange happenings, strange deaths in this. Was there death? Santa had a heart attack during one of his picture times. That does...
So are you trying to think of the more spooky stuff or just general news stuff?
General news stuff, basically deaths related to Christmas, related to the mall.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a, let's call that a perception roll with your brains. Because you're trying to remember what you have seen.
Two successes.
2 successes?
Mhm.
Okay. The weirdest things that you can come up with are just some cases of mall Santas having a little bit of anger management issues once in a while. Some of them are justified because people are creeps and jerks, and others are just, dude just flew off the handle. Nothing has been consistent. They're pretty erratic over the last, 20, 30 years.
Guess that don't recall anything specific. Guess we're just gonna have to check it out and see what we find.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, there's lots of possibilities. Yeah.
Well,
Being Christmas is obviously connected to tons of psychic energy, so and potential. So yeah, this is it's leaking out across the date lines of Christmas creep, right? This is what we got. Psychic Christmas creep.
Huh. All right. I'm gonna pull out the newer iPhone, not the one I used to hook into the aux cord, because the new ones don't have the aux cord hole anymore. I'm getting ready to film because my dream is to get us like a viral hit YouTube show. No one watches TV anymore. Maybe Netflix. We can dream.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's
So I'm
not
assuming you
working
got
like
your
that.
whole mount ready to go.
Hmm.
And for a point of reference, I did drop a map in our group chat. You are starting at the entrance in the bottom right of the image.
Kmart? There's a Kmart here?
Well, there was.
This is a mall of door deaths.
Well, I will tell you, if there's any ghosts around, they're gonna be hanging around the old Kmart.
Right.
well, I definitely have. Yeah, we can definitely take a look at this. You did sign your contract, put down your deposit, everything like that.
I already sent. In fact, it's, called my boss and he said just make it happen. And it's his time, not mine. Have
So
fun.
you mentioned the people, the Walkers Club and stuff like that. Have they been kept out of the mall, or are there? Do we expect to find mall patrons already in the mall? Like, or is this when you described that they were there? Were they milling around outside waiting to go in, or are they?
They're already in. I choose life.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. I don't know if you, when you're making your video there, Emma, I don't know if you like to describe it or if you like to film other people describing it,
Every once in a while I'll get like some like on the spot things. We do a lot of it in voiceover. It's just
Okay,
way easier to
okay.
plug it in with like the AI voice that you can do, all of those things. If you're old fashioned and you want a regular
No, I want to
voiceover.
support your efforts, but I didn't know if you needed me to like, oh, look, we're gonna do this, and like you could film me, or if
Oh,
you're,
I certainly think you should do this. I think you should. You're great.
Okay.
You're great for the camera. Look at you. You've got a whole look.
Yeah. All right, so you can film me, and I'll like kind of like, well, Peter's talking to Bill. Was it Bill? It's Dave.
Dallas.
I don't remember. Dallas. Well, that conversation's happening. We can go film our little video. I'm like pointing at the Christmas wash or whatever. I imagine it in my mind looking like the kind of spray painted on fake snow that you get on those kind of windows, except that it didn't, whatever. It's got maybe a supernatural bent to it. I make my little joke about Christmas creep, this being ridiculous, whatever. I'm trying to, right. So then we're ready to go in. I guess I'm ready to go in.
Let's do it.
Pushing the door open.
Door opens with a little bit of a creak. It definitely sounds like it needs some oil. And in you go. As noted, it is definitely warmer in here than outside. Not like, it's not like 80 degrees or anything, but it definitely feels like that the heater just kicked on in the last hour or so. So still got that chill from the overnight heat reduction.
Normal.
Exactly.
Right.
And as I commented before, there's Christmas stuff everywhere. Straight ahead at that first intersection is an oversized Christmas tree completely decked out with lights. Along the walls, you have multiple Christmas lights. The ceilings have the big Christmas balls hanging down. And even though you've all been here before at Christmas time, you've never seen this level of Christmas decoration.
This is really the Christmas spirit. Let's go check out the Christmas tree.
Usually they don't spend this much effort.
Yeah.
Does it look cohesive? Like this would, is it like haphazardly assembled from like different eras, different color schemes, or is it like, does it all match? Is it just like a lot of the same thing, or is this like a little bit of a lot of different things?
It looks like they all came from the same set. So like the Christmas balls are, if there's any major differences, it still looks like it was made from the same manufacturer, same series, for lack of a better term.
It's not an illusion, right? This is all like, there's like some, as we're approaching the Christmas tree, I imagine there's like some packages or like a fake sleigh or something. There's something is it material? Can we touch it?
Where the tree is located, it's actually built on top of a small fountain. And the fountain is not running. It has been filled with a bunch of your cotton snow with a bunch of packages thrown in there.
Festive.
That's where I want to go. The Christmas tree. Get a look at the ornaments on there. Mess around with the snow.
So when you get over to the Christmas tree, you realize that one, yes, there's a good-sized tree, and it's going straight up to almost to the skylight dome above. But you also notice that no, this is not a Kmart next to it. It's a Spirit Halloween.
Oh. I knew it was weird that there was a Kmart still on the map directory, on the mall directory there. Those have been out of business for so long. They do get a Sears though. They still have those sometimes. What does the Spirit Halloween look? Spirit Halloweeny?
Yeah, it does.
Point in that direction.
Yeah, the gate is currently down, but lights are on and music is playing. Your typical expected playlist from Spirit Halloween is currently playing.
Monster Mash is every third song.
Different versions.
That's right. Oh, go ahead, John.
I was just going to, while y'all are doing that, I actually climb under the Christmas tree a little bit, and I want to see, is it a solid tree, or is it one that has to be constructed? Is it a fake tree, or is it a real one that somebody actually got in here?
I'm going to make you roll for this. It's a real tree.
Guys, this is real.
Big as
Let's see. We're talking height-wise. Want to ballpark somewhere between that 15, 20-foot mark?
one would have had to get a loading dock open for this.
How is the tree secured? Is it like in one of those, like, is it like some sort of base, or is it just straight into the ground?
From what you're seeing, it looks like it got. Trying to think the best way to describe it. So, are you going to go digging through all of that white cotton underneath it?
Yeah.
When you get to the bottom of it, you realize that literally the tree just cuts off right at the fountain level. There's no way to get in between the fountain stone and the tree. It's almost like it's one and the same.
Like the
It's like
fountain
Bethesda
roof.
It's like Bethesda decided to clip a tree in there.
I explained this to everyone.
Hey, I'll get it. I'll get in there and like take a look at it. But can you say that this is real thing again? I think that would be a great stinger.
Yeah. Listen. Guys, this is real. Was that good?
It's impossible.
That was great. That was good.
Awesome.
All right. All right. This is okay. So there now we've identified something that seems unusual. This isn't just hanging balls that are out of season. This is a reality warping event. So I'm going to pull out my dowsing rods, and I'm going to try to locate. Because we're standing between like the odd Christmas tree and the Spirit Halloween, and so if this is a Spirit Halloween, then maybe they imported something that has caused this. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to just where's the psychic energy? I'm gonna try and find it. Try to get some direction about like, should we go deeper into the mall, or should we go investigate the Spirit Halloween? Basically, that's what I'm checking to see, and I don't know. I'm looking at my list of skills here to try and determine what that might be. It might be perception, I guess, or maybe occult, because it's the dowsing rods.
I would call for occult because you're using your dowsing rods.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. I have a total of 4 successes.
So with your dowsing rods, are these like the 2 rods that go pointing around, or is this like your wooden stick that gets way too much popularity?
I was imagining the 2 little the pair of metal rods, and I'm kind of like letting them vibrate and looking for like a trail of energy, right? Did this tree, does the whatever did this to this tree, did it originate from this direction or that direction, or did it originate from right here? Basically, is kind of what I'm trying to divine with this process, right? Like, where should we direct our efforts?
Okay, that's fair. In this case, if spirit's to your left and the tree is to your right, your dowsing rod started with their straight ahead, wobbled a little bit, and then the one to the left just points straight ahead to the spirit. The one on the right just points straight ahead further down the hall into the ball. And when you stare at that for a second, they both snap back to tap you on your arms and then back out in that direction again.
All right, we get some strong signals, but I'm feeling like they're mixed. Everybody, you see this? You see this? They're not supposed to do this. There's energy definitely both directions.
Well, anybody got any ideas?
I mean,
got
we're
anything?
already right here.
Right.
Do we want to go into Spirit right here? Yeah.
We're gonna have to get Dallas to open the gate, I think.
Maybe. I thought spirits, and I just start walking towards the building, or that door. I thought spirits are like always kind of open, and I just walk over and push on the door to the Spirit Halloween store.
This one actually doesn't have a door. It has one of like the roll down gates like the Kmart had, which is how they secure it every night. So, are you going to rattle at the gate?
Yeah. Just try it really quick.
Okay. So you give the gate a rattle, and a moment later you hear from the back of the store, "Hang on, I'm coming." And the music just turns up a little louder. like it's some metal cover of a song that usually is pure and happy, but now it's much louder. So a moment goes by, and your typical early 20s Spirit Halloween employee comes out with the typical apron, semi-goth attire. Hair's been done up in something that they're like one of the beanies or other hats that they sell in the store. They give you the once over, and they're like, "Okay, now you're pulling my leg."
Have you experienced anything pulling your leg recently? Any strange vibrations, feelings, fingerprints, perhaps a cold area on your leg?
On the scale of 1 to 10, that's probably a 1 on the pickup line.
You're not my type. Sorry. Seriously, when do you open?
Cue that same stare of still like the worst pickup line that they've heard yet.
Hey Emma, you want to talk to this guy? And I'm just like,
Yeah, sure.
shrug.
Hi, I'm Emma. Nice to meet you. And good morning. We're experiencing a reality warping paranormal effect, and it seems like one of the points of energy is coming from right inside of the Spirit Halloween. Now, would you mind letting us in, investigate? I can get you on the camera, get a little nice cameo. We can plug your socials, whatever you want, and then we'll be out of your hair.
Give me a reputation roll.
Okay. Alright, let me open up this character sheet here. So, my reputation. What do I do for reputation? Do I just roll a d12?
You're just going to be rolling a number of d12s equal to your reputation score.
Oh, where?
Is
Oh,
there
there
like
it is. There. I found it. I found my reputation score.
Is there an assist part of this game? Can I add to our appearance of legitimacy?
In this case, with what's already being pitched, the whole being in uniform, and clearly there's a reputation of your franchise being on the interwebs, it's going to be just a flat out, what is the reputation of the organization?
I only got one roll that was my reputation or lower, and it was exactly my
It wasn't
reputation.
your reputation or lower. It was just rolling a number of dice equal to your reputation.
Got
You're going to be going 6 and under.
Okay, so that is 2 in that case.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't get a chance to say that part with all the other dancing around here. So, in this case, you have your 2 successes, and you see him pause for a moment and says, "So you'll drop my socials, right?"
Yeah, of course.
And he just starts rummaging through the keys, and turns the key at the door, and the wall gate just slowly starts coming up. He stops it just a hair over your head. "Be my guest."
All right, thank you. Look at the name tag.
Let me bring up my name list again, because you put me on the
All
spot
right.
for a name, and God, I hate names. Let's go with random roll. All right, looks like Santino is the name.
Thank you, Santino. And I'll walk right in.
Oh yeah.
And once again, you're now in the Spirit Halloween, and you are facing the usual list of Spirit Halloween decorations. They got the big cardboard, pseudo haunted house with all of their decorations, with these press here mats on the floor, walls of costumes, the works.
And the movement activated ones on.
Yeah, you get near one, and the female statue just goes and then back down again. Your typical jump scare.
Getting some good images in.
Too bad on the realism, but it needs work.
I'll pull out an EMF reader and just see, looking around, scanning scanning Santino at the same time with it. But
Right.
So you're,
Santino
so you're
could be an illusion.
are you real? That kind of
Illusion.
moment.
With keys.
So when you break out the meter, there's definitely some ambient energy, but passing it over Santino and just walking around the door so far, right at the entrance, you're not running into anything yet. Like no spikes. It's just again, there's definitely something in the building, kind of like how you ran into with the dowsing rods.
Now, usually there's like Halloween costumes for Santa, elves, other Christmas related stuff. At the Spirit Halloween, maybe we can find that little other holiday section because people, for some reason, want to do that for Halloween.
No, you're good.
Take the
What was
right.
that?
Did I cut out? That was my
No,
bad.
no, I'm saying good idea.
Good.
Okay.
You
Sorry,
guys all
I thought
froze for a
Matthew cut
moment
out.
for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
God love technology.
Oh yeah.
So is that the consensus of going through the store to find the other holiday outfits?
yeah,
Is that where all of you are going, or any of you branching off and poking and prodding at other things?
uh,
You want to split up?
Ooh, split
I'm willing
again.
to stick with this one for a bit, but at some point I'm gonna want to break off and set up a lure.
So as you go migrate through your through the store, the one Spirit Halloween, like get you to give me a perception roll.
Perception.
So 1 success, 4, 2.
Now,
Uh,
is this the one where we're rolling under our
Under equal.
Under or equal to your brains. Yep.
Oh,
And remember, if the die shows your skill level, it counts as 2.
Oh, then 5.
Okay, still at 1,
Mhm.
3. Okay. So Jess, you're gonna be the example on this one. Sorry, not sorry. So as you're walking through the store, you're giving your usual spiel about what's going on, right?
Mhm.
So would you like to start us off with what you're doing there, and then I'll hop
Yeah.
in at an appropriate time?
So I'm going through the aisles here. I'm kind of scanning over with I'm really looking through the iPhone more than I am looking with my own eyes. Probably doesn't help with my perception, but I'm like so focused on getting a good shot here. Like I gotta do this. And I'm not really saying too much behind it because I know I'm gonna do a voiceover later, but every once in a while, like, ooh, spooky, haha, like keep going, and I'm just like walking slowly, and I'm gonna take one of the corners around because they have kind of the back area with the really scary stuff. Take the turn back that way,
And then as you
scanning
take that
over.
turn and you're starting to scan over, you unknowingly step on one of the mats, and you get one of the jump scares jumping out at you. But instead of it being a spider or little demon, it is an inflatable Santa that just pops out in your face and yells, "Ho, ho, ho!
And I scream.
Merry Christmas!"
I definitely get caught off guard and scream.
Lose 1 point of your brains until you have time to recover.
Of course.
The rest of you, as you're walking by, obviously do not step on the mat at the inappropriate time. But you also notice that some of the skull decorations or other, even like some of the jump scare objects, like the demon that would just come floating out of the ground or the skeleton dog, some of them have like a Santa hat on. Or, that jump scare over there has elf ears. Why?
Yeah.
Curious.
Clearly, something is converting slowly. I did want to ask, like, was there formerly as I'm assuming that there's going to be like a trail of these transformations, right? And so we've definitely found some in here now, but was it a hard like line at the gate to the Spirit Halloween when we first came in? Like there was Christmas stuff, packages, fake snow, and then there was a line, or was it like kind of bleeding in was there? I mean, I didn't ask that before when we were out there, but like now that we're seeing it here in the body of the store, does it seem to be emanating from somewhere?
Let's see. How many successes did you have on your perception roll again?
I had 2 on my perception.
You would not have noticed that. Was it Danielle? You had 5,
Yes.
and John, you had how many?
3.
3. Okay. On the 5 though, Daniel, you realized that there were a couple little tidbits here and there, like at first you thought, oh, somebody just put the Santa hat next to a Nightmare Before Christmas display. Okay, that's fine. But then you start noticing that there were more misplaced Christmas objects that really shouldn't have been out and about. The biggest one that you've noticed so far is this giant jump scare Santa. But you haven't noticed a rhyme or reason to it. It's almost like it's tucked in different corners where it wouldn't be noticed normally.
Does this has been here and there? I thought I saw a sprig of mistletoe back there. Is there more like right here where we are than there was back there?
No.
No. Okay. It's
just
not
now
getting
you're
under
seeing-
concentration.
You're seeing, since you've been able to see more of the store, you're seeing more of it. When you first walked in, you see like, a thing, oh, well, maybe it just blew in, or maybe it wasn't restocked properly. But now you're seeing more of it, since you're seeing more of the store.
The Christmas is creeping in little places around.
Yeah, it's a Christmas creep
Should we
for sure.
make our way back? There's usually like a fake wall to the old existing store that would, in these buildings where they have the stock room. Do you think we should try back there?
Sounds like a good idea to me.
Yeah,
In these
check
back
in
corners,
next
there's
to
like a overlapping areas where there's a walkthrough.
Yeah. So you head back there. Santino has no issues with this. He's just enjoying the camera whenever he can hop onto it. And are you looking for something in particular back there in the store area?
Just looking at the boxes or anything back there that doesn't seem like it belongs. Any boxes that look like they're converting, like they might have actually a Christmas tree symbol on them or something like that. Just something that doesn't seem Halloween. Has the temperature also dropped back here?
Temperature has dropped back here, but that's also because there's a set of metal emergency doors back there. So you can probably chalk that one up to that. Outside of that, no, you don't see anything that would be obvious Christmas. Like, the closest thing that you would have is just, hey, there's the inflatable Santa suit over there right next to the inflatable T-Rex.
Hey, Santino, you had any deliveries or anything odd or something you haven't put out yet?
Oh, we're supposed to get next delivery Tuesday, I think.
I have another theory as well, team. Perhaps this slow transformation of the items in this part of the store is due to the competing psychic energy and significance of Halloween decorations, whereas the undecorated part of the mall was transformed more quickly, and so the source is not here, because things are still transforming here, because the yeah. I also have I obviously, I as a player know the monsters that are in the book. I don't know how much of how much of that I can bring in, because again, this plays into my theory. But the tulpa creates sort of reality around itself, its existence is based on the people who believe in it. So anyway, that's my working theory currently, everybody, that there's that the existence of the Halloween is weakening the power of the existence of Christmas, and we're seeing that happen right here. So we should go deeper into the mall to find the true source of this, especially if they haven't gotten any deliveries recently, like this,
That seems logical, considering, I mean, half the time they already started decorating Christmas out there, so this would take over well.
Sure.
If you think, Harry, if you think that we're dealing with a tulpa, what should we do to protect ourselves?
Oh, I mean, they are subject to, because they're created by people's belief in them. A tulpa of like a mall Santa would be super powerful, because everybody knows what that is, already has the context for it, and we know we haven't met too many other people, but I mean, I imagine I'm like a middle-aged kind of person, but not an old person yet. So I would say that old people and their belief in the old holidays or whatever, they're going to be their expectations of these other people who might be in the mall might feed into the power of the entity that we might be up against.
So we should get those mall walkers out of here.
I mean, I've got a theory. It's possible that I'm totally wrong. I'm barking up the wrong tree here, barking up the wrong Christmas tree. Yeah. I mean, they could be a liability for sure.
All right, I'm gonna grab a scary mask from one of the shelves.
They hate those.
Oh yeah, well I feel maybe
walkers.
I could scare the Christmas spirit out of them.
Actually, it might be some sort of protection too.
Oh,
Well,
sorry, I'm just loving how in character that whole exchange was. That was just fantastic.
Is there I'm sorry, John.
I was going to say, I do have a resonance lure that I could set up that could possibly draw whatever it is closer to us, while at the same time getting rid of the people.
What's that? Explain it for the camera, not for me. I totally know what that is.
Well, it's a little device I've been working on my own. We go back out to the tree. I'll show you what I got.
Yeah, let's do it. I'll get
Alright.
Santino's socials before I leave so I can hold up to my end of the bargain.
I do think we should pick up those costumes before we go.
Yeah. I'm thinking.
The more Halloween-y, the better.
Yeah, I'm looking for a
Classic monster movie.
right,
movie
like an
monster.
Elvira type costume is what I'm looking for.
I'm gonna get like a pumpkin head.
Right.
Pumpkin head. All right, so EMF has a pumpkin head.
Just gonna go for the classic vampire.
So you're just grabbing a vampire cloak and going from there, or one of the masks.
The cloak, the tacky neck, usually necklace they
Okay.
have, the ribbon necklace, and of course the fake teeth.
Okay. And is Peter joining in on these festivities?
I just grabbed something off the shelf as I walk by, and I'm walking out, and I look over at what I grabbed, and it's a rainbow unicorn head. Okay, I just put it on.
Scary, Peter. Scary.
Okay. This doesn't scare you? Okay. And I toss it
Is
off to the side.
Is there anything scarier to Peter than a rainbow unicorn?
I turn around then, and I'll grab
might still
another
work.
mask.
Oh, it could still work. It could scare those old people. You're right.
Well, no, I mean, it's. Well, yeah, I mean, it's very Halloween-y, is what I'm saying.
I grab another one off the shelf, and it's Pinhead. Does this work? This okay? This good?
Better.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
All
in
right.
Spirit Halloween, it's not Pinhead. It's like Nailhead Man or something like that.
Thumbtack face.
Yeah.
Tech face. Yeah.
Equally scary. Yeah, we go out to the tree area. I'll start unloading my equipment. I'll reach into this tool bag and I pull out a small motorcycle battery, set it down next to me. Grab out of there again, and it's a partially deconstructed, leaf blower. And then I reach down in there one more time, and with an amalgamation of wires and PVC pipes coming out of it, it's a set of bagpipes. And
Now I understand why you said it's gonna make the people leave.
So,
You don't know how to play.
no, that's kind of part of the idea. But no, actually, the PVCs on actuators to move the pipes change the frequency because, spiritual energy has a frequency of vibration. You have to find a way to break it, and I figured this would be the perfect instrument to do it. And so, actually, it will change pitches at the same time while looking for the right sounds in the right frequencies. Does all the work for me.
And you've tried this out before. You've
No,
tested it.
No, this will be ground zero.
All right.
Choice of words.
Of course.
Take a couple big steps back.
Yeah.
I also have an
You
MP3
act
player
like this is
hooked up to it.
unusual.
An MP3 player, Peter. It's 2023.
Yeah, you get what you can find. I'm not exactly on the biggest budget.
Yeah. No one will miss it when it's destroyed by whatever this agglomeration is.
I don't know. A museum might.
That's true.
I'm sure the Museum of Plays have one on display already. Okay.
Well, there goes my moderate to severe joint pain again. But
And I turn it all on, and so
now, before you turn it on,
oh, okay, yeah.
so I want you to give me a gear roll with your brains.
A gear roll with my brains.
Brains.
Okay.
Because you're using the equipment that you have available to you, because that's exactly what you said.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously you're using your intelligence of how this is all going to fit together and not explode in your face, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I mean, unless there's another justification you want to go for, but that's where I'm looking at this.
Well, I did get a 1 on one of the dice,
Okay,
And-
that's 2 successes right there.
and I got another success.
Nice. So that gives you 3 successes. And what exactly is happening after you turn this thing on? It does not blow up in your face.
All right.
But what is the intent and what does it do?
So the leaf blower inflates the bellows of this bagpipes, and there are actuators, like little Radio Shack actuators, that change the length of the valves and the stems on the bagpipes. So not only does it sound like bagpipes, but it's pitch shifting at the same time. And each one of them is going off at different frequencies, and it sounds absolutely horrible. And then I said, and the MP3 player is for if we want to really get its attention. Yeah, I'm just waiting to look around to see if we can find the frequency at which the energies are flowing here. And obviously making people run from them all.
What's the maybe I'll leave that to Anthony, but like what's the is there an indicator light, or are we supposed to like
Well,
see when you're talking about finding the frequencies, what's the
well, I figure this tree that's coming directly out of the ground, we might be able to disturb it.
Okay, so we're looking for it to happen in the environment.
Yeah, or it to show up.
All right. So as a keen mystic, I'm like very intrigued by these unorthodox methods. So I'm definitely standing back from the ground zero of whatever this experiment is, but I am intrigued.
All right.
So, with that, now this is literally you trying to brute force your way into an answer. It's the equivalent of a brute force password check.
Why not?
Oh no, nothing wrong with that. I actually think it's a brilliant approach that you have here. But it's not quite enough to get whatever this thing is to get attention, and I don't think you want to stand next to these blaring bagpipes until your ears bleed.
True.
Plus, it's going to take time for it to actually figure out what it's doing. Like to find the right frequency. So what I'm doing is I'm taking your 3 successes and putting them into the investigation track to count towards your overall investigation here. So it's counting towards the progress.
Should we
And it
leave it
could
going
play a-
while we... Sorry for interrupting.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Should we leave it going while we walk away?
Absolutely.
As long as the runners leave the building, we can turn it off whenever, I guess. And it needs some fine tuning. I'm figuring the guy who came up with the ghost box said the same thing.
I don't think any of this is going to be useful. It's really peaking the mic on my phone, and
Oh. Yeah.
I already have a little bit of tinnitus from all the concerts I've gone to. We gotta
Yeah.
we gotta walk away.
So, yeah, I also am interested in walking away from this horrible sound that Peter has created. I'm gonna be encouraging though to my teammate. I'm gonna tap Peter on the shoulder and be like, yeah, it might work. It might yet work. We'll see. And but I'm leaving this area. I'm gonna go up the hallway from where we are here. I'm gonna I'm looking for the map that we had here. I guess away from the Spirit Halloween, up the main artery of the mall, I guess. Where the other indicator from earlier of my dowsing rods pointed to.
It's best to walk away just in case something blows up too.
Oh yeah, yes, I'm definitely walking away from this area.
Probably a good idea. Maybe. So, anybody else just standing there, or are you all walking together as a group still?
I'm following it. Everyone.
Okay. So you're continuing on the pathway here, and again, same thing as it was at the entrance. Lots of fake snow, lots of Christmas ornaments. In fact, when you walk by the thing that passes for a food court here, just a couple fast food places in a row, one of the speakers inside there clicks on and starts playing It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas.
They got an anti-ant here?
Yes. Right there at that little corner where, right before the sports section. Right before the sports store.
Could really go for a pretzel. Should we turn off the music that is playing?
I'd say do it, yeah.
I'll go over there and I'll hop over a counter and click something off.
So you hop over the counter, find their sound system. Not even on.
Never mind, guys. It is not even turned on. A little look in here. I'll try unplugging it, see if anything happens there.
Fantastic.
Unplug it. There's a little burst of static, just like that. And then Jingle Bell Rock starts playing.
All right.
Oh, how I hate the Jingle Horse.
Well, at least it's interacting with us.
Yeah. And it's kind of hard to be a little afraid of like something so jolly, but
It is an
Don't fall
upbeat
for it.
song for sure.
Don't be lured in.
but this song is so catchy.
Fight the whole music.
So you mentioned the sports store. Have we passed that?
But you're right at that intersection where the sports store is.
Okay.
So like right where that like artery splits off, you're in that that cross intersection.
Yeah.
That corner is where the pretzel place was, which led
Right.
to this conversation.
So I would like to check out this. I mean, I'm just curious as to how impactful the power of transformation is happening here. Like, is it additive or is it truly transformational? Right. So like, I want to look in the sports store, and like, I don't know. I'm gonna go down that way, and like, is it all been converted into like anoraks and ski boots and like skis and stuff, or is there still like running equipment and like summery, tennis stuff, like, is it actually changing the character of the stuff that's here, or is it just all mannequins have a Christmas hat on, like what's going on down in the sports store?
When you actually get to the sports store, the gate is open already. And your mannequins are actually all dressed as though it is winter attire. The skiing outfits, the skis are out, and alongside, you got your snow boots and so on and so forth. You really have like your winter sports setup. You even have like an ice skate display, which you're like, that's new.
Yeah. Is there any staff for this store that I can see within? I don't want to like necessarily get in here because I think we got to go further into the mall. But like, I'm just kind of gathering some information. So is there any staff visible from outside?
You see that there's some staff at the checkout counter, but that's still a little bit further in.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to get separated from the team, so I'm not going to go in, but...
I'll go with you if you need anybody to come with you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of checking on a hunch about the thing. We can go in. I mean, it's not like I just didn't want to disappear on my own. Yeah, I mean, so I'll go up to the staff here, like to the counter, and kind of... yeah, good morning. Excuse me. Just a question about, like, I'll point to, like, I imagine that Harry wears, like, as little a uniform as possible because she likes to dress in, like, her suit and stuff like that. So, like, but I'd probably have, like, a badge or something. There's got to be some sort of Ghastbashers official paraphernalia that I'm wearing.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Right. So whatever that is, like if it's a lanyard badge thing, like you get at conventions or whatever, I'll be like, I'm here with we're having some weird, there's some extra Christmas situation going on in the mall. We're here checking it out. So I need to ask you if these displays, the ice skates, the parkas on the mannequins, did you set that up, or is that not, is it supposed to be that way, or did this just show up this way tonight, overnight?
Those weren't in yesterday, but you should act now. There's only 72 days before Christmas.
Perfect. Thank you. I will consider it. And I don't know. Could be probably the same time. I'm going to talk to, Emma. Like, Emma, this is probably the same... It's that same 5 minutes of missing footage that is when these displays went up.
Is it only 72 days until Christmas?
Roughly, yeah.
Wow. I haven't even started my holiday shopping. But they, like, seem really convinced. Are we sure there's nothing weird and elfy going on with them?
I don't know. Do you want to ask them something?
I'm gonna take a look for any elf ears, any weird Christmas stuff on the people themselves, because that would be terrifying.
I didn't look at that.
All right, so you wanted to get a closer look, literally?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a perception roll.
Okay. Now I only have 7 brains now. So.
Yes. Hopefully you won't have to get one in the dark.
It's really funny when you need to roll low, you roll high. I got an 11 and a 9. So that's a 0.
Oof.
0 successes for me.
Oof.
You can't tell if they have elf ears or not. They
So
could.
no, in this
Everybody's
case,
hair is like this. Can't tell.
so you got close to the to the employee at the register, and you're putting your hand on the counter, trying to chat them up, check everything out, and you don't see anything amiss. But then you realize your hand is really, really cold.
Ooh.
Lose 1 point of your not your brains this time. Lose 1 point of your brawn. As you realize you now have some ice crystals growing on your hand, which almost kept it frozen to the counter.
Ow, 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 ow. What the heck? Do the people there seem to even react to how cold this counter is?
No, in fact, the person that's behind the counter just smiles at you with that whole, don't forget, there's only 72 days left until Christmas.
Yeah, sure.
Uh,
I'm skedaddling.
Wow.
I'm scrambling over my
I'm-
feet to get out of there.
Emma, you
Yeah, we
okay?
Yeah, I just got a freezer burn on the counter of the sports store. Dick's Sporting Goods burnt my hand with ice.
They just stood there?
Oh, they didn't even react. They're just telling me there's 72
Yeah.
days left till Christmas.
Guess
They think it's
Dick's-
normal.
I open the door and lean in. Is it a door or is it just a wide open entryway?
Wide open entryway. It's
Mall.
like a department store in a bigger mall with, again, they just had the rolling gate to open and it's already opened.
Just see if there's a reaction. I lean in. Hey, fellas, happy Halloween.
Merry Christmas! Only 72 days left.
Okay, well. Okay.
That's wrong. That's creepy and wrong.
That's,
Yeah,
They're like,
that's
is, is possession part of this thing?
I don't know. It's turning everything to the whatever's causing this is clearly having a greater effect than just sprinkling some decorations around. It's I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. It's remaking. It's some elder being remaking the world into its own Christmas wonderland.
Cracker starts playing over the speakers.
What starts playing over the speakers?
Music from the Nutcracker.
Oh.
That
Okay.
Tchaikovsky's best work. It's so good.
I'm not used to classical music in the sporting goods store.
Yeah.
I'm a little concerned at this point. I don't know how long their shift has been going on for them to be at this level of affected, but I'm worried about us at this point.
Yeah, me too.
I say we put the costumes on now just in case. If you're right, it's worth a try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll put that pumpkin head right on.
Yeah, I think it's time. I guess I get my open the cellophane bag. I'm gonna put that dress on over my pants and suit. Put that fright wig on.
Pull some of the tinsel off and throw it on the ground.
We are in a mall. The center of the mall is wherever Santa's village is always built. I say we head there.
Yeah, that's clearly where we got to go next.
Good point.
We have to go deeper. The only way out is
We're getting
through,
close
and other
anyway, so-
phrases.
We have to be getting closer. Be on alert.
I think it's just up here to the left. I consult the mall map.
Directory.
Looks like this
Then
way.
you get the directed kiosk.
Yep. Yeah, so if the sports store is behind you, right would be where the in fact it even says on the directory there, Santa's Village. In that big spot in between the 3 stores up top.
Yep.
That's not usually what is on a mall directory. They usually don't put that on there. It's
Right.
usually a separate flyer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This mall is turning into Christmas Village, one little bit at a time.
Is that peppermint you smell?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Watch out for candy canes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, let's keep going.
And because the
Definitely.
question has been asked multiple times, yes, it is starting to get colder.
It's getting weird. Emma, have you seen anything weird on the camera yet?
Just the normal stuff. Well, as normal as it can be in here. Unfortunately, I don't think any of this footage is going to be like a real big hit. It just looks like I came to the mall during Christmas.
This is extra mall, though. This isn't. This is, the mall is a little extra.
Yeah, but I'm hoping for like full body apparitions. I'm hoping for poltergeist activity. That's what I'm hoping for with this, this kind of stuff. The real everyday gas bashing life doesn't really translate to camera well. My parents were right about that. They were so right about that.
We have to be getting close. I mean, I see Bonton up ahead. They always had their Christmas out early October. So that could be the point of danger.
So,
The Santa Village is probably right there.
all right, Jess and Danielle, I want both of you to give me a precision roll.
Okay.
As you both are spearheading this conversation of where things are going and kind of focused on camera and everything else. We got a 2 and a 4.
5.
Oh, 5.
Nice.
Hold
Nice.
your number. Wow.
Because I rolled my
Okay.
number.
Excellent. So in this case, neither of you are terribly shocked by this. You're able to catch your balance. There is no wet floor sign at all, but you've just found yourself sliding on a patch of ice in the middle of this walkway.
Grab onto Adrian. Whoa, 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 whoa. Careful.
Okay.
The 2 of you catch yourselves before you go slipping.
Watch
But
your step.
and at that point, that's when you run into something that you're very glad you have the camera on for. The big pillar that is next to where you just started sliding to went from just its stark white to gaining a red swirly stripe. And that peppermint smell just got a whole lot smaller, a whole lot stronger.
It's a load-bearing candy cane.
Oh my goodness. This is what I was looking for.
How much of this floor is covered in ice now? Like a lot of it, or is it like a patch?
You realize that it was just a patch right where they just stepped.
All right, I'm gonna take
So like
some
that,
of the.
that ice is, like it just wasn't there. You didn't see it there a minute ago. It was suddenly there, and then
Right.
that candy cane showed up.
Right. All right. Yeah, I'm going to reach into one of my pockets and I'm gonna pull out my. I got about a salt shaker sized thing of salt. And I'm gonna open it up and I'm gonna pour some of that, because salt has in this case with ice, it has like multiple uses. So I'm gonna kind of take about a fourth of it out of that jar, a little nice handful, throw it on the ice to kind of, if nothing else, it'll give me some grip when I try to walk across, because I don't want to fall down. But also, maybe maybe there's a supernatural impact of dispersion. I don't know if that's going to happen, but like, yeah, I'm throwing some salt down on this ice.
You actually hear a bit of a sizzle when the salt hits it,
Ooh. I point.
and then it steams,
Mhm.
and the ice just dissipates.
Well, that's not the normal chemical reaction. Not that quick.
But it kind of makes sense, doesn't it? I mean, if it's about
This isn't-
if it's about belief, people have beliefs about salt and what it does, right?
Yeah,
It is
that's
awarded.
why I carry it around.
Hmm.
It's not it's not real ice. This is supernatural ice.
So I'm not smelling peppermint right now, right? I'm still smelling pumpkin spice lattes.
Oh, you're still smelling peppermint.
Never mind.
I don't know. It could be. The world is full of mysteries.
Try throwing some of that salt on that candy cane.
Yeah, I don't have a ton here, so yeah, I'm gonna be like.
Well, we could go
Bearing-
back to Annie Ann's and grab a fistful
That's
of
true.
pretzel
That's
salt.
true. I'm gonna I'll like take like a finger and dip it in there and kind of like run a line down the red band that appeared on the column and see if it has a similar effect that the ice did. With just a little dusting of salt on my finger.
You get another whiff of the peppermint, and then it's like you see it just that red fade away, and then it just reasserts itself.
I again
You
point
literally just like
meaningfully and make eye contact with my fellow bashers here.
All right.
Did we?
I think. So, Santa's Village next.
So it definitely does seem to be a counter belief.
Kind of like the salt too. I like
Well,
your
just-
idea of getting some more.
I could do that. It's the first thing we've seen that has like an impact.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this is-
I don't mind going back and grabbing a bag of salt from the pretzel shop.
I'm sure they have plenty.
Does it work? Does any old salt work? I don't need like a priest to bless it or anything, right?
Sounds like
No,
Hollywood.
no,
Okay.
it's the salt. It's the salt itself, as far as I know.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah, I'll
if
run
you
back- I'll run
had
back
blessed
grab it.
salt, that would matter to some entities.
Or are you running back alone, or are you not splitting the party?
No,
I
think
would
this
rather
is.
not split,
Yeah,
but
I think this is an operation we are all. I at least will go. Like we got to get.
I am making sure, because when somebody says I run back to do the thing, I am double checking of, are we doing the really bad American horror movie? I'm just gonna go into the basement
One thing.
moment.
I'll be right back.
No, we're professionals here, Anthony. We know how to.
oh yeah.
I mean, you just said you're professionals. How often does that blow up in your face in a horror movie?
Hey, look, playing my character. Like
I know.
we can handle this. We got this. We know what we're doing. It's totally not going to blow up in our face. We're professionals.
I feel
So-
like we need to counteract. We got salt. We've got the costumes. Is that one of our phones to playing Halloween music?
Not a bad idea. There's just the problem is there's so much more Christmas music than there is Halloween music.
That is true.
There is
That is
plenty.
true.
I mean, the Spirit can have a soundtrack. We can. There's enough music. Doesn't. We can play the same song again and again.
Just the Monster Mash.
Yeah. Just the Monster Mash on repeat. Oh.
Followed by "This Is Halloween," and back and before.
Two scary songs that won't make us feel any more scared.
Oh yeah. I would love just to see a ghost right now, and not a Christmas flavored one. A regular old ghost. I would greet them like an old friend.
I know you
Oh.
want content.
An old friend.
Oh, this is about me personally. My hand hurt. I don't even like winter that much. I'm a fall girly all the way.
So, getting back into the array, watching our step.
So,
Enter
but
the
I...
village.
Alright, well, as you're heading... Well, you said you're going to go back and get the salt first.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, two things. One, when you make it back to the pretzel shop, you realize that this looks like a whole lot more Christmassy than it did a minute ago. Like your pretzel logo has the peppermint swirls in the logo.
It still has salt.
That was not there when you started.
Yeah.
And when you...
At least we
what was
haven't
that?
gone full cinnamon roll yet. Like they're selling Christmas pretzels. We're still in the transition period.
Not Cinnabon.
And from here, I would like to have everyone give me... I know I'm overplaying it, but give me a perception roll. Everyone. Okay, 1, 3...
Just one. Oh no, that's a 2. So does 1 also count as a double, or just
1 also counts as double. Oh god,
Nice.
6
You
for...
rolled 3 of my number.
Nice.
that's
Terrible at perception.
You rolled 4 dice.
Apparently. You're too busy staring at your phone, right? So before
searching
I...
for the best Christmas or the best Halloween playlists.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
You're reading
Spotify.
You're reading a listicle of what are the best Spotify Halloween playlists.
that's
Roll high
valid,
enough
actually.
to prevent their perception fail.
So, now the next question is, before I announce the results of that, who was hopping over the counter to get the salt? Because from the sounds of it, Emma's too busy looking for Spotify playlists, so I don't think she's hopping over to go ahead and go for salt this time.
I can do
So,
it.
Peter?
Yeah.
Seem like a
All right.
counteroffer.
So, Peter, when you hop over the counter and you do a quick glance through, you find where they have the salt, and as you reach for it, a wall of ice just rises from the countertop, separating the salt from your hand. And those of you who had passed the perception checks as well, so that kept you from getting your hand caught in the ice. Those of you outside of the counter and that are looking in realize that there's 2 little blue orbs, one on each side of the counter, that weren't there a moment ago, and you realize the temperatures dropped at least another 5 degrees after they appeared.
Orbs, we got orbs.
Not the orbs.
So,
Well, let's
with
light 'em.
with that in mind, the highest roll was Danielle with Adrian, correct?
Yes.
So, you're getting the equivalent of initiative. How do you want to proceed?
I mean, since we've got something here, pull out our armament.
All right,
have
what
the big
weapon
target.
are you going for?
I'm going straight for the disperser.
Okay. So flip the on switch and let her rip. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yep, focus on whatever orb's on the closest to me.
Okay. Give me a precision roll then.
That is 1.
So 1 success.
Mhm.
Okay. And let me bring up my note real quick. See how dangerous these little guys are. And there we are. Okay, a 1 will nick it. So when you hit that, you heard a little oh. But when you arced your beam away from it with that sudden unexpected oh my god, you've hit some of what you thought was fake ice. It's real, which shattered and rained some shards on you. So take 1 point of brawn.
Fantastic.
You got the yes, but result on that one. And from there, you can pass off to anyone besides our blissfully unaware Emma.
I think the one not behind the counter would be our next choice, so Harry.
All right. Looking at my kit here, and yeah, I don't know how. So these orbs, can you give? Is there more description to them than they're just blue orbs? Are they like, do they appear gaseous? Do they appear like energy? Do they appear like?
So the orb look was just because of that immediate when they appeared, onto your realm of vision. When you saw the one get blasted and give out that high pitch "ow," you realize that they're slightly humanoid, probably about 3 inches tall, and that orb around them is just a bit of energy.
Inches tall. All right. I think that. Yeah, I think the. I've got kind of a. I've got a brooch in one of my pockets. That's one of those Victorian memento mori brooches made from like your dead grandmother's hair. It's like woven into a little pattern, florally, sort of lacy design or whatever. And that seems the most appropriate. We're going to start with, for a Christmas thing. I don't have like a Christmassy banishing kind of thing, but that I'm going to pull that out and kind of like brandish it as like a warding sort of thing, like trying to disrupt the energies, disperse the energies, see if they react to this, like sort of as a I don't know. I don't know if what I'm gonna do, but I'm kind of focusing my like desire for them to go away through this archaic object this old this antique object as like a symbol of old times and unpleasant memories, perhaps. And well, I mean, I guess you would keep your grandmother's hair because you liked her, whatever. But like, it is sort of like a symbol of death and a symbol of anyway. So I'm kind of warding it, and I'm kind of like willing them to leave and go away, go back to where they came from, whatever that is, whatever that's my intention with this, is that like either they'll leave physically and walk away from here, or they'll apparate back out of this realm, whatever they. Hopefully they don't like what I'm swinging around at them. Maybe they just don't like old hair, I don't know.
I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
Some people juggle geese.
So that's what I've got. That's what I'm doing. And I think I called it willpower, so I can roll will if you want, or if I've got more of an attack option. I don't remember if I'm supposed to use one of these skills or something else.
It's a lot of how you want to justify it. Willpower is a viable option. Because this is your first time playing, I will also note that occult is a viable option with how you are approaching this.
Right. I mean, that's certainly a bigger stat. I didn't know if that was more like knowledge, or if that could be.
It is knowledge, but the knowledge and justification of the trinket you're pulling out is where I'm leaning towards.
Okay. I'll take it. I'll roll that occult. Ooh, so many good high rolls if I was playing a different game. Yeah, I've got one success on this roll. I got a 12, 2 11s, and then one is under my stat. So just one success here. So, and yeah, I don't think there's like a verbal component necessarily. It's just sort of like, it's all like frowny face and weaving this brooch in their direction. It's maybe not effective, I don't know.
The one that was already weakened yells out just an incoherent and then just dissipates into a bit of vapor. But the other one literally just makes a rather rude gesture in your direction, and you feel the ice wrap around where you're touching this brooch.
Hmm.
You feel ice actually inch up across from it over your hand, almost to about halfway down into your hand is now coated in ice. Take 2 points from your brawn on that one.
Sure.
Yeah, you deal with some rather unpleasant frostbite effect.
Absolutely. Unpleasant indeed.
And the last person to act that rolled pretty well on the perception would be our wonderful Peter. What's Peter got for us?
Peter's hears this and basically, hey, we got orbs and all this other stuff going on, and I want to kick through the ice wall that formed so I can get that bag and swing it. That bag assault.
Okay.
So
at this point, give me a CQC and a brawn roll.
CQC. All right, and a brawn. Oh, that ain't happening.
Oh boy.
I rolled a 10, 10, and an 8. So at least at 8, okay, the 8 is what my brawn is.
Okay. So the 8 is still a success. So you're able to punch through the ice, grab the bag. You're not going to be able to connect with it, and you did scratch your hand a little bit on the ice. So take 1 point of brawn.
1 point of brawn, you got it.
So at least you have a nice hefty bag of ice or bag of salt in hand. And since that thing's already been aggressive enough, that brings us to Emma.
I have in my inventory, I have some vintage armaments, and I'm imagining that I have this old thing for my mom. She got it off of an infomercial back in the 90s, actually. It looks like a tennis racket. It looks like one of those mosquito swatters. But it has been specifically charged to frequencies highly attuned to ghosts. And I'm going to go ahead and take that and give my nice backhand swing. I did take tennis lessons as a child, so...
Alright, so this is still going to fall into CQC for close quarters combat. Because if this thing was flying at you, I could totally justify fitness. But in this case, you're looking more at CQC.
Oh yeah, I would expect that.
Okay, so go ahead and give me a CQC and a brawn roll.
Yeah, that wasn't very successful. That was another 0.
It's been a while since you played tennis.
Yeah.
Oh, so when you made your swing, and it just literally you're doing the swing. It just hops over the little net, taps the top, and then back onto the counter, and you just have that ice crawling up your tennis racket onto your hand. Lose a point of brawn.
Damn it. Right. I was never that great at tennis.
And now we can go back to Wonderful Popcorn Initiative, who would like to take the next action.
Matt?
Everyone is aware of the threat, so...
And I have no problem. If I've got that bag of salt, I just want to swing it down on top of that orb.
Okay.
And shout out while I'm doing it. You'll be sorry.
What is the human? You said 3 inches, so like, is the humanoid like? What does the humanoid appear like before we imagine this bag of salt smashing it? Like, is it like a tiny little, like Jack Frost kind of figure with like a blue robe and like a little pointy hat, or is it like...
less on the robe and the pointy hat, just more like icicles for hair.
So it's like
And,
an ice creature of some sort.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Well, here we go. Oh, much better. So that's a 6, a 2, and a 2. So that
All right.
puts me at 3 successes.
3 successes. All right. That you give your scream, swing this massive bag of salt. You hear a nice, satisfying thump, as well as the sound of ice just shattering. And when you pull the bag back, you just have a bunch of icicles just on the countertop, which slowly begin to melt and dissipate.
All right.
That's one way to get ready for a drink.
So does anything else happen? Are their hands still frozen?
If you're able to break out the ice, it was more of just a like, oh god, that's cold, and then it dissipates pretty quickly.
Good job, team. What were those things? Because that's not a tulpa.
No,
They didn't look like Santa. I've never seen anything like that before.
No, this was like ice creature. I don't know.
I'm not going to call for a roll. Matt, you after seeing what happened after it got squashed, you recognize these things as ice sprites.
Yeah, I mean these are just some sort of ice beings. I don't know. They're like nature spirit, I guess, from their winter nature spirits, right? Like I don't know what they're. Yeah, my theories may be my initial theory is has been may not be accurate.
Well, unless they're a part of the creation too.
Yeah, if it's Christmas related, I mean, there's plenty of other wintry things they could do, but this is specifically Christmas. Do they have anything to do with that?
Only that wasn't the third Santa Claus movie about Jack Frost? Or am I misremembering?
No, I
it's
think you're
one
right.
You just don't want to remember.
I don't want to remember either.
The speakers start playing. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Again.
Again.
We've got
It
a
is.
we got a bag of salt. We got a
Yeah. That salt seemed to work. If we can get closer to the center of this eruption of energy,
Yeah, I think we gotta keep heading up toward that village, like Adrian was saying.
Guess be prepared for. Don't. It's like don't think of the elephant thing. So I just won't even say it.
So you're heading up that main artery again.
Yeah.
Again, just about every store that you see, the Christmas decorations are out in spades. The few that are already open at this point, there's an employee standing behind the counter. And every once in a while, you'll hear a, come on in, shop now. There's only 72 days before Christmas. Oh, when
No
you get
sign
to
of
that,
the mall walkers yet.
not yet.
Yeah. I'm worried about that.
Till you get to that crossroad artery right there at the top in between those 3 stores. You find your Santa's village. And you realize where your mall walkers are. Yeah, you know a couple of them. You've been here a couple times to get coffee in the morning, or you know them in the community. They're all dressed in their typical mall walking attire. But they're all standing in line as though they're going to be getting photos with Santa. And in the middle of that Santa village is a Santa Claus sitting on the big chair.
How jolly does the Santa look?
He's not looking very jolly.
Okay.
He's got the red cheeks, the red nose, the red suit. He's just sitting in the chair right now, and everyone's just standing in line right now.
Does the Santa appear to be compelled to sit and uncomfortable? Is this another person trapped in this winter drama, or is this
Where you're standing, you really can't tell.
Yeah.
You're kind of like hanging back, at the edge of the Santa's Wonderland, which takes up the majority of that center area. You got all of what you would assume are the big cardboard cutouts with the trees, there's a sleigh off to a side for a different type of photo op. There's the what looks like a workshop house right behind him. It looks like they really went all out on this. Like, you could barely see the department store behind it with how tall this thing is.
Peter, go throw some salt on him.
Yeah, I mean, we've got the salt. Like, this is... I don't...
Give him a
Yeah.
little
Make
nudge.
it snow.
That's what I'm thinking. And, as I start to walk with the salt bag their direction, do they seem to react at all? Anybody?
So as you're walking up, first thing that happens is Let It Snow starts playing. And you realize that it is starting to snow. That's actual snow, not fake snow.
Yeah.
Of course.
And who are you walking up to exactly?
Well, I figure I'm this making a line towards Santa, but I figure I've got like about 20, 30 feet that I have to cross before I can even get near where I could do something.
Yeah. So as you're going up the, past the line, that's when you notice that the people standing in line do not look very comfortable. In fact, they're standing, they're just stock still. Almost like their feet have been frozen to the ground. Oh, hey, it's rather cold here, isn't it? The ground's a little slick, too. And when you get yourself closer to the Santa, you realize why he hasn't been moving yet. You realize that hands and feet are frozen. And he moves his head slightly and just gives a very faint smile and says, "Ho, ho, ho. What would you like for Christmas, little boy?"
Well, let me see what I've got in my little bag. And I pull out a knife and I will kind of shred open the top and just start, dumping all the salt on him and on the people in the area, just everywhere.
So you just start scattering salt just about everywhere that you can get it. So
Good
the
high-quality pretzel salt.
Thick pieces.
Oh,
Yeah.
So as you start scattering the salt around, you start getting that same effect that you had with the ice earlier that you had thrown ice on. That just begins to vaporize relatively quickly. The Santa's slowly able to start moving things again. Moving. You actually see his fingers begin to move, and he can wiggle a foot. So it's going to take him a minute to fully break out, but then again, I think anybody who's been sitting for a long period of time in cold weather understands not going to be easy to stand back up. And when you are...
Emma, are you getting this? Are you getting these?
Oh
this
yeah,
shot?
oh yeah.
And when you're throwing some of the salt around, you pick up this smell of gingerbread, especially when it hits the building behind him. And you see it just changes color almost to that cardboard cutout, and then it snaps back to an almost gingerbread appearance.
Hey guys, something wrong with that house or something more with that house? They got hit by the salt and changed back.
Well, that's Santa's workshop. They might be the ones pumping out all this stuff.
Yeah, it tried to. The same thing happened with the candy cane column. Like it's not strong enough. The salt alone isn't strong enough. So that I think. So you said the people. I think we should try and remove the people from this situation. Like I think Santa and all of these people standing in line, as they become more able to move, we should kind of all right, folks. Ghastbashers are here. If you'll just step out of line, come right to head back to the exit. This is. We're expecting some major disturbances here in a moment, and we're just trying to. We're trying to evacuate these people. That's what I'm trying to do, anyway. From as they get free, able to move, because we're going to spread the salt as much around as we can. Like if there's big clumps of it, I'm going to toss it, disperse it as widely as possible, try and free up all of this ice and get all these people out of here.
I'm gonna direct them toward the entrance, the exit that's toward the J.C. Penney. I feel like that's less of a holiday kind of store than the Sears. Plus that exit's over by the Bonton. Let's get them out the other one.
Yeah. Closest exit. Yeah.
I don't think they're likely to fight us if they didn't want to be there.
Oh, yeah, I hope not.
And you're just directing them that way. You're not like shoving them out the door.
I mean, if they're not moving,
Yeah.
I'm assuming I would like for them to be freed from the ice and then now able to leave and then exit, and putting forward a little bit of like, we're the professionals, we're here to do our jobs, just please exit this way, and it'll all happen. But if they are going to fight or resist, then I guess we'll have to play that when that happens.
I feel like turning our back on the Santa's workshop would be a bad idea.
Also, good. There's 4 of us though, so we don't.
Yeah.
You keep your eye on it.
I'm keeping my eye and my weapon up on it.
They don't resist, but they do start walking over towards the direction you told them to go. And a couple of the walkers are helping the Santa, stumble his way, because he's not walking so well.
Right. Great. Was he wearing like a red Santa suit?
He's dressed as your typical mall Santa.
Is it turning back into like a windbreaker jumper suit as he leaves the area?
Is it turning back into a cheaper looking Santa suit?
Yes. It is definitely turning back into a typical mall Santa suit and not the Santa suit.
I'll take his hat and put my pumpkin head on him. Just kind of toss the hat aside, just in case, for good luck.
So you've taken off your costume to put it onto the Santa.
I don't want any Santas causing trouble from here to the exit, so make him a pumpkin.
Okay, that's fair.
You're a jolly red pumpkin, sir.
That is definitely a sight to behold. All right. So now that the civilians that were directly impacted are out of the way, what are you doing?
I think we're heading into Santa's workshop.
Yeah.
I think that's the best place to go.
You want to check your little dowsing rods or anything?
I mean, I think I can. I think it's pretty clear this is the center of everything. Like if it's not emanating from, if this Santa was a person, it's not like a being disguised as Santa. It's something in this workshop. Like the fact that this, like I want to go up to the house and like kind of, you described it as like it looks like gingerbread. It's like, how much does it look like? Is it like doughy? Can I like, or I guess it's hard. Gingerbread houses are hard, but they're like,
yep.
It's not cardboard. It's not painted plastic.
It really looks, feels, and smells like a gingerbread house.
Yeah, so I'm gonna like kind of scratch it with like my thumb or whatever to give some of that like, yeah, I mean this is clearly
Yeah.
like high level transform. This is complete transformation here of this stuff. So I think we're close to the center here.
Think so.
Definitely.
All right. I don't know how much I don't know how much my Elvira costume is going to protect me once we enter this door.
Well, let's bust in and find out. We got plenty.
Hey,
We're experienced.
That's right. We're gonna bash this door down.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna bash it right in.
To get to the gas. That's all he wants.
So as you're about to go ahead and bash this door in, you hear over the intercom the usual do do do. Attention, Kmart shoppers. Photos with Santa are taking place in aisle 3.
So,
Kmart shoppers?
Yeah, this is
That's the spirit of Halloween.
baby not anymore.
Ah, of course, Santino.
All right, so I'm gonna pull up the costume Elvira dress that I have on so that I can get some nice leg action, and I'm gonna kick this right at the. I don't know how. I didn't even ask. I'm just telling
The
you, it's like a
gumdrop
door.
doorknob.
Yeah, this gumdrop doorknob. I'm kicking right, because you don't go through doors with your shoulder. That's only on like bad TV shows. You kick the doorknob, or you kick next to the doorknob. That's how you get through doors. So that's what I'm doing.
Doorknob.
Right.
All right, at least
so
got one person. So.
No, I'm a huge Shrek. I'm a Shrek spirit.
Okay.
So I got you.
expert. That's right.
Excellent.
Anyway, yeah. So I
Oh.
want to kick open this this gingerbread door and see what's on the other side. Into
So,
this
slightly relevant
odd-
question: when you put on your Elvira costume, did it include the heels?
If it did, well, for one, I don't think Spirit Halloween would sell a bag with heels in it. Two, no, because I'm wearing my boots. It was just the
Relevant.
thin dress over the top. Yeah, I imagine I've still got my like, I don't know, like I imagined, like they're
Got
like
sensible footwear.
This is
exactly something between a loafer and a boot. Not exactly a Doc Martin, but not exactly not a Doc Martin kind of style. Brown leather, good sole. Yeah.
So the your shoe connects with the gumdrop button, sinks in a little bit, and then a part around the gumdrop button just collapses and falls in, and you realize all you can see through the hole is leading up to the bonton.
So just like no other side.
There's no other side.
I told you Bonton puts Christmas out early.
Their fault.
You did.
Let's go find their display and knock it down.
All right. Well, apparently that was premature excitement. It's not because I'm like
You wanted
like-
to bash down a door. I mean,
looking through the. I was so excited to like enter the other world where inside the gingerbread house, but apparently that's not how it's working today.
we're not Narnia.
Well, I knocked the fake gingerbread, the illusionary gingerbread off of my my shoe, and I smoothed my little Elvira dress back down over my pants. And I'm like, well, apparently we have to go up there.
Let's do it.
Do it.
So,
Interesting.
Interesting.
Heading-
Well, no, it's like I'm just like so we think that we think it was a distraction, or they were trying to trick us with the Kmart.
I guess it's just. Oh,
I think it's trying to draw us away from where we're supposed to be.
Could be, or could just be telling us that they've even got the spirit Halloween now.
Oh,
That's what I took it as.
Same.
So I think we should hurry before we start turning into little elves too.
good
Yeah.
idea.
Emma, your playlist kicks on with the Nightmare Revisited version of Kidnap the Sandy Claus.
Yes, it does. go.
Yeah, headed up to
Yep.
the. Is this? I don't actually, as a human, recognize this store.
Yeah, me neither.
What's is?
It's a Macy's.
Basically, yeah.
I assume it's like a department store kind of store.
It is.
I just have not.
Yeah,
heard of this one
it's a
before.
Macy's. It's got a home goods things, a men's, a women's, an intimates, yeah. And
Just
the
a
kids
little
section,
department
and the
store.
kid/baby section.
Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. So, gotta head to the Bonton.
And as you ran into with your other stores, the gates open. You have a couple people standing behind their respective checkout counters. Welcome. Remember, there's only 72 days of shopping before Christmas.
Well, I'll let somebody else initiate.
I don't even know what to say, man. I'm looking for someone to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, ask them where the best deals are.
Yeah, where's your Christmas section?
And the one looks around. It's like, well, there's lots of Christmas things. What exactly are you looking for in Christmas? We have Christmas trees over there. We have lights over here.
Where's the North Pole?
North?
All right. Sounds good enough of a plan for me.
Is this a store that has like multiple layers to like floors, I
Usually,
guess,
yes.
or is it like
There's
In the
2
malls,
floors.
yes, 2 floors.
Okay.
Yeah, this
With
one does have
escalators.
2 floors.
I'm assuming it's
Is-
probably going to be up. The home goods is usually up,
Yeah,
and that's where
Yeah, I don't.
that's going to have
Yeah,
more Christmas in the clothing sections.
Right. I don't. That feels narratively appropriate that we have to go up the escalator to the. Or whatever. Yeah. So I guess we do. Like, is there like a how transformed is the escalator?
To get to that one, she said you were officially going for it.
I
So as
think
you're
we
going
got
through
to.
all
I
of
think.
Yep.
I think we got
As
to.
you're going through the all of the extra Christmas decorations, lots of snow on the ground. You can't tell which one's fake and which one's real when it comes to the piles of snow you're mucking through. The escalator itself, instead of that black bar, it's the white and red of peppermint. And
Don't touch it.
with the what was that?
I won't touch it.
And the escalator
use the handrail.
stairs. You know how escalators always have those slats for the just because of how they mesh in. You actually see twinkling Christmas lights through the slat.
Okay.
So, it does look magical.
And instead of silver, they're gold.
Shiny.
right.
Yeah, they're not that like worn out aluminum, look.
Is it-
They
Should
look
we-
like shiny gold.
Should
Is
we
it-
charge up them or take it as?
Are they moving?
They are moving.
Okay.
They're moving just like an escalator would. Just that shiny gold on the steps, twinkling Christmas lights between the slats, and your black rubber bar looks like it is made out of peppermint. Candy cane. There we go, that word.
All right.
Rocking
Well,
around the Christmas tree just started playing.
Keep an eye
I'll
out
go
for those
first.
orbs.
yeah,
Mhm.
I'll go first. I'm not happy about it. I'm gonna get on the escalator, and I'm gonna. If there's nothing in front, I'll walk up the escalator, get up there, double time.
I'll be second.
I'll take up the rear. I'll take up the rear and follow everyone up.
I have
Getting
my
a nice panoramic shot of the whole store
Right.
from the top of the escalator.
And you
I'll-
got wonderful shots of all the Christmas decorations with that.
It just looks like I'm filming a commercial.
At least the escalator looks odd.
That's true.
I'm gonna as we escalate up, I'm going to get out one of my other items here, which is it's called a furba. It's a three-edged bladed spike that is it's a ritual object for in Tibetan Buddhism, but it's not supposed to be a knife. It's a symbolic knife, but I want to lead with my symbol of like punching through obstacles as I escalate up the escalator.
Those things are wonderful for destruction. So as you are you're heading up with this thing pointed up, looks rather dramatic, and you almost feel like that you just like parted a curtain, because when you get up here, it's a whole lot colder, and there's a whole lot more snow, and it's definitely more on the real snow than the fake. And if it weren't for the fact that you still have like fluorescent bulbs on above you, you would think you were outside in the middle of a snowstorm. Or at least, in a winter's day with nice steady snow.
I'm going to kind of like step aside when I get to the top of the escalator and kind of like let other people, so we don't bunch up at the top. And I'm just kind of like commenting about like, amazing, complete, physical manifestations. You don't usually see this kind of stuff.
This is it. Now let's get rid of it.
Yeah. All right.
So what you would have assumed would have been like your houseware section. You don't see any shelves. You don't see any sort of inventory. It's almost like you had just gotten dropped into almost into like a North Pole sort of area. Lots of just white snow and sorry. Lots of white snow and almost empty landscape. But you do see off in a distance what looks like a slight bit of smoke and bit of light. And right there, we're going to just pause for a moment. So I had a couple requests chime in that I'd like to get resolved. So I'd like us to step away on this moment of a cliffhanger and come back in about 5 minutes.
All right, we will return. We're going to switch over.
And we're back. Thank you all for your patience and giving us all a chance to rehydrate before we go ahead and we take on whatever spirit of Christmasween we're about to compete against. So where we last left our intrepid Ghastbashers, they had arrived to the second floor of our local Bonton and found themselves in a winter wonderland. So instead of rows of moderately priced housewares and other similar goods, it's a whole bunch of snow with what looks like a small building off in the distance with a little twinkling light and a little bit of smoke coming up.
I think that's where we need to go.
I agree.
I don't like it, but I think you're right.
Which choice? We're gonna have to face this one way or the other.
I think it's only going to get stronger if we keep letting it do whatever it's doing.
If it already has the spirit store.
Right. Are everyone's Halloween costumes still intact? I know I gave mine away, but...
Wars. Yeah.
I think you are the only one who has lost their costume. Everyone else still has it, and at least one person has emphasized the costume they are wearing with hiking up their skirt there.
I'm just trying to be narratively consistent.
And I greatly appreciate that as I write narrative games. Perfect.
Is my cape narratively swaying in the breeze? Is there a breeze here? Because I mean...
Oh yes, there's definitely a breeze, and you are you're pretty happy about the fact you have a cape you can pull around you, even if it's just a little bit of extra fabric. Because it is definitely biting cold. you're definitely feeling some rosy cheeks and a red nose coming on you right about now. You trudge your way through the snow, and as you get closer to the house, you realize that the music is getting louder,
Of course it is.
and you start hearing the tones of Mariah Carey.
Is it?
I fight the urge to sing.
Is it? I mean, how it does it? Does it look like this is like? How much is reality breaking down here? Like, is it like? You mentioned there's fluorescent lights, but then there's also like a house in the distance. So like, is there a horizon now, or is there like walls that we can still see?
It's horizon.
Okay.
But your lighting overhead isn't a sun. It looks like it's fluorescent lights coming through the clouds.
Yeah.
So instead of like one ball of bright, it's like bar, space, bar, space.
I don't like it. I don't like it. Is it?
Don't either.
I mean, that is kind of the point. It is a horror game after all. You're not supposed to like it.
No, I don't. I don't like it. This is not what we're supposed to find on the top of a department store.
No. No, it is not.
Not on October 14th.
Oh, no. That was downstairs. This you're not supposed to find inside buildings anywhere. This is some like Library of Lang stuff.
At this point, I just say, hey, let's see what's going on and figure this one out, man. 'Cause is it a thing? Is it a creature? Is it somebody doing something really stupid with chalk on the floor? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna put this out there. Are we in a snow globe? Have we found our way inside a snow globe? Is that what we're gonna? I don't know.
Let's go.
Yeah, I don't want to be in a snow globe.
Keep going.
As you continue your trudging forward, you do pick up the smell of gingerbread again on the wind, and you're also hearing a squish and a thunk at a rather steady pace as you get closer to the house.
You guys hear that?
Yeah. Is it like somebody's chopping wood, like a swish and a thunk, or is it like
The thunk definitely sounds like wood chopping, but the squish sounds a little bit more meaty.
oh, squish? I heard swish. A swish and a thunk, or a squish and a. Those are different.
Yes, they are very different. This is a squish.
They
Okay.
are not part of Mariah Carey's backing track.
Does it sound
No,
like
they are absolutely not.
Does it sound
Was
like
that-
Does it sound like the squish of stepping into slush?
No.
Is it the thunk, then a squish, then a thunk, then a squish, rather than the other way around?
Nope. You hear the squish before the thunk,
I'm really confused.
and then a moment later you hear it again, and a moment later you hear it again.
Someone baking?
I don't
Cooking
know.
up something awful if they are.
Yeah.
What squishes and then thunks? I mean, I could have a blade coming out of something. What?
Let's
All we can
put
do
a
is
stop
go
to
think.
it.
So as you get closer to the house, you see that there is a figure standing out front of the house, going through the motions what looks like chopping wood. They pick something up, they put it down, wing the weapon. You hear the squish, thunk. Reach over, grab another thing, put it. As you get closer, you realize what they're putting onto the stump is orange. And you
Like
hear that.
jack-o'-lanterns?
Got it in one. And you realize that this thing that's been swinging this axe isn't your standard lumberjack either. You realize that whatever this thing is standing at approximately 9 feet tall, broad-shouldered. It's wearing a lot of winter camo, though. It's got sharp ears, elongated face, drooping fangs, and it just continues. You realize he's got this cart full of carved jack-o'-lanterns, and it just grabs a jack-o'-lantern, puts it down, swings an axe. You hear that squish as the jack-o'-lantern basically explodes Gallagher style. Axe thumps into the stump, pulls out, repeats.
So we have a werewolf who hates a giant, a Paul Bunyan style werewolf who hates Halloween.
I'm going to flip through the observation notes, the old field notebook that my parents let me borrow nicely. I'm not ready to text mom and dad yet, but I will see if they got anything on Christmas loving werewolves, giant werewolves, lumberjack werewolves.
Okay. So.
I
What?
mean,
Oh,
I-
there's the thought.
Does this creature blend into its surroundings? Is it like white or?
It's actually blue-skinned, but it's wearing military winter camo. Like the camouflage pants, the camouflage shirts. Like imagine your like your redneck hunters where they're buying all the camouflage stuff just because it's cool. It's kind of like that, only the winter camo instead of typical hunting camo. And you said you were thumbing through your old manual, that field notes that your parents left for you,
Yep.
or you borrowed from them, as the case may be.
Yeah.
So in this case, let's make it an occult roll.
Okay.
And because of it being tied to being a basher brat, add an extra die to that roll.
Oh, thank goodness.
And you're obviously rolling your brains.
Okay. Ooh, lucky me. I got a 1 and a 3, which is, so 1's 2 successes, plus a 3, so that's 3 successes.
That's 3 successes. So what you are looking at here, at least just from the appearance that you're seeing before getting too terribly close, those long arms, the extended face, and the sharp ears, this looks like a troll. And not the internet variety either.
Slap my book
The,
closed. Oh, wait, well, I also want to see if there are any other notes on it. Anything useful? Killing the troll? Things to look out for.
That trolls have a variety of flavors, and not all of them are pleasant. Most of them are not pleasant. They're usually going to be tied to whatever element that you find them in. So, like forest trolls, obviously, going to be more foresty and browns and greens. When you get into the tundra, you're going to get your blues and whites. And
Okay.
they usually have a trick up their sleeve tied to whatever element they're tied to.
It's a troll, not a werewolf. Some kind of winter troll. But he's got an axe.
Why would Ice
That's a
Prince
big
be helping
axe.
a troll?
I don't know. I don't know if this is the main guy or if it's one of the other helpers. I don't know, but that's a big guy. And they usually have a trick up their sleeves regarding, in this case, cold. So,
So, do we want to try talking to it, or do we want to actually just take it on?
Are trolls,
I don't
Can't hurt to
No,
try to talk to it.
are trolls known to be talkative?
I'm just glad that Emma left her pumpkin downstairs.
Oh, yeah. I am really not regretting that anymore.
And the troll just stops for a moment, lifts its head, starts sniffing the air.
Is it like? It's
For
yeah,
you are now downwind.
yeah.
I draw my weapons
It is
just
downwind.
in case. Just in
Good.
case. I'm not pointing them at them, but I've got my silver handgun in one hand and a, ceremonial dagger in the other.
Yeah, I'll do the. I don't know. I'm not gonna let go of my my furba, but I will turn it around so it's not. It's got the pommel and up forward, I'll. And now that, especially if we see that it's sniffed us, I'll be like, I'll say like, I don't know, what's the protocol for talking to a troll? Like, well, hello. I see you. You're very busy with your work there. Smashing pumpkins. Do you realize that this is it your intention to spread the winter time throughout this land? But some unintended consequences we're here to ask you about.
So another pumpkin drives the axe in, leaves it this time, and says, "Consequences intended."
Okay.
Okay, well, I have a really good Halloween costume idea, and I would like to celebrate this holiday this year. Then there's also Thanksgiving in the middle of that. I mean, there's like Veterans Day. We have a while to go before we are getting Christmassy.
Made up holidays, war on Christmas.
So you're very pro Christmas then? Not just
War on
winter time in
Christmas.
general.
Huh.
But if it's Christmas all the time, nobody will like it anymore.
Everyone loves Christmas.
Not every day.
Yes, every day.
So
The internet says war on Christmas.
It's a troll.
I thought
How do you
said
be-
this wasn't an internet troll.
I mean,
Can't feed the troll.
yeah.
Don't
Do we
feed the
just
troll.
ignore him? Do we just ignore him and go inside?
I don't know. Maybe.
If you think it's safe to go past him,
He doesn't have his axe anymore.
it's right there.
It's right there.
True.
And
It's just not in his hand right now.
do you want to go around back while some of us stay out front?
What if we lure him away from the stump? You know, I saw some babies wearing wings and carrying bows and arrows the other in in
The
the
other
bedding
row over here.
section. Yeah, in the other aisle. You might want to take care of Valentine's Day. They usually sneak right up right after Christmas.
It's after Christmas.
Yeah, but they start. You see them starting to show up right at Christmas.
They're not war on Christmas.
Crap. What wars on Christmas? What fights against Christmas? Nothing. It's too strong.
Are there any plain red coffee cups around?
Or coffee cups. Because you are technically in a store. Give me an occult roll. This is one of those times you're trying to reach between a veil of worlds here. So give me an occult roll with your willpower. Or not willpower, guts. Sorry.
Yeah.
Because you're
So
not
there's-
relying on knowledge. You're literally trying to alter reality right now.
It's guts. I don't remember what my guts is. Ooh, guts is high. So that's 3 successes for guts.
So with your Furba, you kind of reach out where you think that you're like, there should be a shelf right about
This is
here.
supposed to be the home goods section, right?
Yeah.
Like this
Supposed to be
bush.
home goods.
This
Yeah.
bush should have stuff in it.
Yeah. So
So
you
almost
literally
like- Well,
What?
just like pushing away a spider web or whatever. I use this ritual object to like lift the bushes here that are beside us, and it's like, oh look, home goods under here.
that's basically what you did. So you now have access to red coffee mugs.
So This is the joke. I don't know about war. It's just War on Christmas. I don't know if this is useful, but like, it's like it's just emblems of War on Christmas, right? Is like they didn't have snowflakes on the Starbucks cup because you were supposed to draw your own Christmas design on it. It was plain red, so that was War on Christmas, right? That I don't know. So like, I don't know if that's helpful. It's like it's probably enraging, but like, I don't know. I'll just reach. I've got the bush lifted up, and I'm gonna grab some of these coffee mugs, and I don't know. Like, here's your War on Christmas.
Yell happy holidays.
That's what I was about to say. Yell happy holidays.
Yeah, and yeah. I mean, I guess I don't know. Like, I think somebody said make a distraction. I don't know if we need to get in the house or confront this guy, but I guess like, so I collect the mugs. I'm going to tell my team what I'm doing. I guess I volunteer to make a distraction, and so I'm going.
Yourself, apparently.
That's what I'm saying. I'm telling everybody else. I'm like, what I'm doing is I volunteered to make a distraction. If you want to get in the house or whatever, but like, I'm going to shout. I got your War on Christmas right here, and I'm going to throw one of these mugs at like, there's no snowflakes on these mugs, and I'm throwing them, and like, they should say Happy Holidays, and like waving around like I got 3 of them in a hand by the handles, and like. I don't know if there's like an effect of throwing the mug, or if it's just distraction, or if I can actually like try and hit the thing maybe to enrage it. This sounds like a bad idea, everybody. I don't know why I'm doing this. I mean, is that like some close quarters to try and like actually hit it with one of these mugs?
That'd be a precision roll. So while you are throwing a mug at this thing and ticking it off, and yelling, "Here's your War on Christmas," what are the rest of you doing?
I'm gonna get ready to run into the building behind it, because I want to see if there's anything else in there, I guess.
Yeah, he may be what we have to fight, but there might be something a bit worse.
Yeah, for my precision roll, I got no successes.
And John, were you doing anything there?
I'm kind of wanting to watch. I want to slowly skirt my way towards the door, but if Peter would be worried that Harry might have bit off a little bit more than they can chew by themselves, and so I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna stick around, and if they need backup, I'm gonna back up.
Matt, could you give me another single D12 roll? Just tell me what the result is.
An 8.
So when you threw the mug, obviously you didn't hit him.
Yeah.
It connected with the cart where the jack-o'-lanterns are, and shatters. And did you yell Happy Holidays when you threw that?
Not when I threw the other one. I threw it.
Okay.
I said, and then I said, "These mugs say Happy Holidays," or they should say Happy Holidays, or something. I was both, showing I've got more mugs by then saying Happy Holidays.
Yeah. So when you threw it and it shattered, you just hear it bellow, "War on Christmas!" And then just pulls the axe back out of the stump and starts marching its way to you through the snow.
Yeah. Hey, it worked. I got its attention, everybody.
Yeah, he sure did, and now here it comes.
Yeah, as it comes forward, I guess I said I had 3, so I'll throw another one, like, at it, or toward it, or halfway through, or whatever, before I cast Expeditious Retreat, before I leave out of this this immediate area. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens next. But yeah, I'm trying to bait it away from this area. Like it seems to be perhaps susceptible to tricks. I don't know. That's kind of what I'm playing on. So if I need to roll for that, I can.
You definitely have its eyes only on you.
Sure.
So while it's trudging its way through and you're baiting it on, the other three of you.
I'll hold the door for everyone else to go in, but I'm sticking to see what happens to Harry.
Adrian, you want to make a break for the building with me?
Me too.
Let's go.
So, run to the
Where-
building. Open the door. Peter's making sure the door stays open. This is what I gathered from. Okay. And when you go inside, it's actually a cozy. It's just a cozy cabin. You know,
Is there anyone inside?
Well, there's somebody sleeping in the bed underneath piles of, flannel, warm stuff. It's definitely a human-sized bed, not anything for this big guy.
I pull out my scanner, the paradetector scanner, and just see if anything spiking higher than anything else.
Yeah, that bed is definitely spiking. On a scale of 1 to 5, it's somewhere in like the 3-5 range. Somewhere between 3, 5, and 4.
What is it, Adrian?
It's something coming from the bed. Something in the
I
bed.
hear a snore.
Does it sound like a loud snore or small, like a small snore?
It's a pretty decent-sized snore.
Like an adult type of...
Yeah, definitely like an adult snore.
I wonder if it was a child dreaming, but...
Let's pull back these.
Okay, so you're pulling back the blankets?
Oh yeah. I
All
would
of them
never
all
do
together?
this, but
You're pulling back. I've got my weapon out on this.
So
We're ready.
pulling all of them or just like part of it? Like what are you doing exactly?
I just want to see what's under there.
Starting from the head of the bed? Or foot?
Yeah, from the
Okay.
head.
Okay. So when you pull back the blankets, you realize that it's an old man. Hair white as snow, rosy cheeks, red nose. You realize there's a nightstand there too with a small pair of spectacles. He's
He
just
just fights
snoring away.
Santa.
2 more.
Dude, okay, we gotta wake him up. We gotta wake him up.
I think...
I think this is Santa.
I
Santa's
know.
real.
Maybe? I don't like this. I don't like not knowing this. This is too odd.
Oh, we should have brought those bagpipes.
Your phone doesn't have an alarm? We could try alarm.
What's that alarm that you played for us to get us up this morning?
I said it. Set it off.
So you set it off. So you set off the alarm, and it is at that moment where your troll who's been chasing you, Harry, just stops, spins around, and realizes that Peter is standing at the door with the door open as the alarm comes blaring out from there. You are no longer very important.
Well,
Good for you.
I will attempt to. I'm gonna shout some more like War on Christmas slogans about how like whatever whatever those internet things are. And none, of course, none come to mind immediately. Something about stamps and I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna double down on trying to enrage it, but accepting the fiction that this has already happened. But I'm kind of like throwing my last cup at this guy as his back turns. But
Yep. So back turns, it just starts running. War on Christmas must save Santa.
Yeah, I'd be. Peter, you see this happening, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Oh,
have
yeah.
to
No,
warn you.
I
Yeah,
am like,
Peter, you
oh
see this
crap.
thing like barreling, and your your Santa just kind of like snores, rolls over, pulls the blanket over his head. 2 more months.
I like. Well, I don't think he's human, so I don't think this is gonna. If there's a person there, it's gonna go over their head. But I pull out I aim my gun and shoot him in the face. The troll thing.
Shoot who? Oh, the
The-
troll thing.
The troll thing. I'm shooting it in the face.
Yeah, I had to double check. I'm like, wait, you're shooting Santa?
Yes, I'm shooting Santa on the face.
Die, Santa, die.
Oh,
Slay my name.
but but no, seriously, like who are you shooting in the face?
I'm shooting the troll.
Okay. Again, like when you say shoot him in the face, it's like there's a lot of hymns on the table right now. We gotta be specific.
The one that
did
is a
it.
direct threat to me.
Okay. All right. So here's the deal. You are gathering your usual dice pool
Okay.
as you would. How many dice are in your precision roll?
Precision is 3 dice.
Okay. Because you are still wearing your Halloween costume, add a 4th die.
Nice. Okay.
And the work that you had done earlier with the bagpipes is offsetting the other penalty that he would be throwing out.
Oh, nice. All
It's
right.
that whole I've been tracking your investigation progress as shenanigans unfolded. Easier for me to do it instead of bog down the stream. So,
Okay.
how many successes did you pull off?
3 successes total.
Okay, and that included if you had any 1s or...
Yeah, no 1s and no 8s.
Okay. So the good news is you hit. The bad news is it was more of you just clipped its ear.
Ooh.
So it's missing a small chunk out of its ear.
Ox's ears.
But it looks like you just ticked it off even more.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, you got those silver bullets for a reason, but that wasn't a solid enough hit for you to write home about.
Well, now I've done it then.
All right. Who else would like to do something here? As it continues to barrel its way towards the house.
I'm gonna. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, whatever. I mean, I can act, but like, yeah, you're in the house. You do
Your
do
turn to
something else.
try to waste Santa.
Yeah, I'm gonna like throw all the blankets off of the bed and like start like Santa, wake up! Santa, wake up! Halloween's in danger. We need your help.
That's exactly what you're saying. Halloween is in danger.
Yeah.
Let me check my notes on this.
I'm thinking here. You know what? Give me a willpower roll.
Okay. Let's see what I got here.
Santa,
Better
wake up and you're
than-
going to have to work 365 days of the year.
Ooh! Oh my gosh, this was so good. I got a 2, a 3, and a 3, and my willpower is a 3.
Ooh.
Nice.
So that's
so that
1,
was-
2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, so 5 successes. You're yelling, "Santa, wake up! Halloween is in danger!" And then you hear that tone again over the PA system. Attention, Kmart shoppers! Santa, please return to aisle 3. Santa, please return to aisle 3. And that wakes him up with a start. Wait, what? And as the legends say, his belly does shake like a bowl full of jelly. You have a very very large man. You realize after he like sits up, he's not a short man.
I'm gonna scramble over, grab the spectacles that are on there, put them on his face, and kind of like direct his head toward the door where the troll is coming. Help!
And once again you hear "More on Christmas!" as it gives its battle cry as it charges at Peter here.
Uh,
Another one of these.
if we're if I don't know what the order is, but if I can try to do something, I'm gonna try to do something here.
What you have in mind?
Oh, I haven't. I want to bring in. I'm trying to. I don't know. Again, direct its attention away from the house. That's been my goal. So like, if its back is to me, it's dismissed me. So I gotta try to do something else. So some sort of attack from behind. Run it behind it, stab it in the leg, that kind of a thing, to try and again, blunt its forward momentum at this point. But I don't know if I could. Whatever, I have to catch up with it. Something, I don't know. But I'm thinking I run up and.
Well, because there's a different thing that's about to happen that could impact what your decision would be.
Right, I don't want to the timing is that's the next thing I'm trying to do, and then you're in charge of like how sequence of events happen or whatever.
So when Santa says another one of these, he just does his little nose wiggle, gives a wink, and you just have this puff of snow just completely blind your vision for a second. That goes for all of you. Next thing you know, you are standing back in the Santa's workshop at the center of the mall. You're hearing from the store, "War on Christmas!" And you just hear one little whisper, "This is Jack's problem, not mine." You find yourself back in the mall with your partially cardboard, partially gingerbread Santa's workshop.
We throw more salt on it?
But is it so partially gingerbread? So it's like we've just been reset basically with the.
Yeah.
Been dropped out of wherever it was you were, whatever in between place you were dealing with that thing.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're back in your world in a slightly different state than when you left it. It's clear something is trying to reassert itself. But now you have a screaming troll screaming "War on Christmas," bellowing and getting louder.
Right. Jack's
So you do
problem.
hear your bagpipes coming from the other end of the store, or the other end of the mall.
Santa was in his Christmas village. Could Jack be at spirit if things have undone a little bit?
Yeah, that's possible.
Who's Jack?
I'm thinking. I think people have already nailed that. That's Jack Frost,
Yeah.
little blue
think it's
dude
Jack.
in that movie.
Yeah. I would assume Jack in this context, unless it's
Jack-o'-lantern.
unless it's Jack the what is that guy's? Yeah, the branded character.
Yeah, the Pumpkin King.
Yeah, that one.
This is a weird question to ask, but where does Jack Frost live? If like Santa lives in his workshop, where does Jack Frost live?
Everywhere there's snow.
Yeah, I think he's a roving sort of figure. I don't think he lives anywhere.
It's been real quick. Matt, do you have your physical copy of Ghastbashers with you?
Yeah, I do, and Danielle does too.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I'm like on that page.
Oh yeah, yep. That is exactly the page I was going to reference here.
Mm-hmm.
Which page?
85.
because there is an entity named Jack that most bashers should be familiar with. It is quite literally the spirit of Halloween.
Yeah, I mean that's
After all, it is. Why are they called jack-o'-lanterns after all?
right. There's a deep tradition for that.
Yeah, maybe we should run back to pure Halloween.
I mean, my best thought.
They said aisle 3, so why don't we go to aisle 3 in the old Kmart?
Yeah, I think we might have to. That's yeah. So the only the most with this tip off from the I forget the game moderator, whatever the term is in this game. The one thing that is possibly relevant is that Jack is not necessarily malevolent. Jack's a trickster figure, not necessarily an evil figure. So, hey, maybe he's had his laugh. I don't know. Also, apparently, you don't want to go up against him in a cider drinking contest.
And for those playing the home game, could you, one of you, hold up your copy of the book, back cover, the actual inside back cover?
Oh, the inside back cover.
Inside back cover, because there is a full page, full color art from the artist that did up Jack.
Oh.
It's hard to get the.
Yeah, it is. I'm sorry.
It's a figure peeking around a tree.
It's sort of hard to tell. Sorry, I was talking right into the microphone.
Okay. I just wanted to at least do the shameless plug for the artist Malgi Monster, because they did a fantastic job for that one.
Yeah. So
plus, you know, it's Halloween.
It's Halloween. It's Halloween. You've been fooling us this whole time with it was a Christmas adventure. It's really a Halloween adventure. It was a Halloween adventure the whole time.
All along.
Yeah, so I guess, again, with that tip-off from you, I guess narratively, it's like, this is Jack's problem, and then it's like, oh, of course, Jack, the seasonal spirit, you know, like, there's, it's a harvest, a legacy of a harvest deity, perhaps, I don't know, it hangs around, and nobody's been ever able to capture it. It seems to wax and wane with the seasons, and you can capture it, but it, you know, no one's ever successfully contained it, because it waxes away and then, or wanes away and then comes back again. So, yeah, I think I like your idea, Adrian, that we go to aisle 3.
And War on Christmas just busted through the part of the gingerbread wall, doing his best shining impression.
Let's ride.
Oh yeah, this is.
Santa,
I was gonna make a Shining reference when it was chasing me through the woods with an axe. But yeah, this is time to run.
Because Shining's a Christmas movie, right?
Apparently a winter movie.
Truly a winter movie.
I'm running.
Oh yeah.
You run your way through the mall, straight shot, and you realize that some of the things that were problematic before, like your peppermint pillars and your random patches of ice, are not as prevalent as they were. It's almost like half and half right now, where it could go in either direction.
Yes.
You get to the big tree, and you realize that a lot of the needles have been coming off of this thing. So you have a bunch of these dead needles scattered around. The bagpipes are still playing. That battery is doing its job. It is still playing.
Maybe there's something to this invention of yours after all.
Hey, you know, it's marketable. For something.
It's something. I don't know. I mean, you could market anything. Yeah. So we're yeah. Can we get into the Spirit Halloween? Has it been like fully
Nope,
opened
it's still
now,
open.
or is it?
It's still as open as it was when you got in, so it's still, just a hair over your head.
Is there a chance that the character whose name I forgot, but I wrote it down.
Santino?
That's it. Uh, did they leave the key in the gate?
Let's find out.
The unlock gate.
And survey says yes.
All right.
Yes, you left the key in there.
All right. So, I will go to. I don't know if I'm in the lead or not, but this is my idea, so I'm claiming it. I'm gonna go there once I get into the spirit. Like, I'm gonna shut this gate. We're gonna have a decreasing thing, and hopefully we're far enough ahead of this troll that it'll at least put up some resistance. Or the gate will put up some resistance for us as we try to get to aisle 3.
So the gate's coming down. It's not moving very fast.
Oh no, I don't imagine it is. I imagine it's very dramatic.
And as you turn and start running, you hear a sound against the gate as War on Christmas grabs it before it fully finishes closing. You hear it grunt and it just says, "War on Christmas!" And it's shaking the gate as it's trying to pull it back open. Hasn't succeeded yet, but it is definitely an angry critter. And you definitely hear that motor straining, and you can probably smell something burning at this point.
Yeah, well, better the gate motor than all of us. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Aisle 3.
Aisle 3. I think that's where we got to go. What's in aisle 3?
So when you get to where aisle 3 used to be in Kmart, you actually have a large collection of jack-o'-lanterns. Like rows upon rows. A bunch of them are even stacked up to almost look like a throne. Very similar to the Santa seat that was over at the other end of the mall, only, jack-o'-lanterns. Definitely definitely designed for something much bigger. And definitely smells better, because, you got that wonderful pumpkin smell going for you.
Something bigger, like a...
Are they real jack-o'-lanterns? Like real pumpkins?
Oh.
Well, this wasn't here before. We would have seen this.
We were looking for Christmas stuff, though, so maybe it was here the whole time. I don't know. How big of a throne is this? Like, big enough for, like, a 14-foot tall skeleton?
I'd give or take, yeah.
Okay. I don't know if they sell those at
you're-
Spirit Halloween, but...
What?
Don't think so.
I'm hearing some gears turning.
You
Do we
want to
have
go find
to
a
do
giant
some sort of
skeleton to
ritual?
put in the...
What are you saying, Anthony? Or Adrian?
It's like, do we have to go some sort of ritual to call Jack?
I don't know. I don't know. I can... I just would shout, Jack, are you here? Where are you? This game isn't funny anymore.
Trying to save Halloween! Come help!
Right.
Didn't somebody...
Trick or treat! I don't know what to say!
John, you were saying?
I'm looking around. Is there anything, like a space where something's missing?
Besides, nothing is sitting on the throne there. Give me a perception roll.
Goodness. Oh, that's a 1. Okay. 1, 6, and a 10. So that's 3 successes.
you notice there is one jack-o'-lantern that is not lit and isn't facing the right direction. You can only see like part of it because of how close it is to one of the others. It's like turned sideways, and there's no light coming out of it. All the other ones have been lit.
Guys, I walk over and I try and grab that one jack-o'-lantern.
You hear the axe thunk on the concrete down the aisle as you hear the bellowing, "War Hard Christmas!"
Oh dear.
So you're picking up the jack-o'-lantern,
Mm-hmm.
pick it up, turn it. You realize it's a jack-o'-lantern face with a small little Santa hat etched into the top.
I rip off the hat. Oh, I say he's etched into it? Oh,
Like
man.
it looks like it was actually carved in as it was supposed to be.
Is there a candle or something that we could stick in it to see if it turns?
There is a candle inside of it. It's just not lit.
Anybody? Yeah, if anybody's got a lighter or their toolkit or anything else, let's light this thing.
Yeah, of course. We have to burn incense and other stuff enough. We have lighters.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure at least Harry has something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I probably. I mean, if nobody else is like, sure, I'm sure I have that.
I think we should let our magical person handle the magic.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. I'm too magical or whatever. I'm like, there's so many things to do. Yeah. Just light the candle. That seems like a good idea. Like, I think there's a little bit of like, yeah, like I'm like, do I sit on the throne? Do I become Jack? Do I like have to wear the pumpkin? And like I'm like looking around and I was just like, Harry, light it. I'm like, okay. So then I'll pull out like a like a Zippo type lighter and just kind of like, do the flip and get it in there in the insert my hand into where the candle is inside the jack-o'-lantern and I'll light it.
I love that you have all this ritualistic, old-timey, like, cool stuff, and then my Zippo lighter,
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a very effective way to start a fire. Like, this is not a time for flint and tinder. Like,
So you light the candle, and you hear the rustling of leaves.
yeah, that sounds like a good sign. So yeah, I want to like kind of like lift up the pumpkin and like kind of let this, like, this is a symbol, this is a big center of something. I don't know, like I don't know what it's going to do, but it needs to get its power magnified by me lifting it up. So I'm gonna like kind of go into the middle of the aisle, holding this thing aloft and kind of looking around, like, is there an obvious place to put it? What happens
Where
next?
John pulled it from, or where Peter pulled it from.
Oh, well, good. So I'll turn it back so that its light faces out, and I'll set it back in that cavity that it was in, so that it's a nice wall of pumpkins now.
And as soon as you place it there, you hear "War on!" and then you just hear a bunch of fluttering, crispy maple leaves.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take that over being smashed by an axe.
And then you hear some sputtering and spitting as your troll backpedals a little bit, and all that snow that you would think would be coming from around the sky is just now a bunch of fall leaves. So you have like little wind twisters of leaves just skirting around all of you. The breeze picks up, and you just hear like a little laughter echoing through the halls, and then you hear the PA go off, and it's like, "Attention, Kmart shoppers! Security to aisle 3! Security to aisle 3!" And then another ding, "Clean up on aisle 3! Clean up on aisle 3!"
Uh, I'm gonna walk out and see if I see any other major changes, or if I see a body of a troll now on the ground, or
Oh no, the troll's still in the aisle with you.
oh,
Just got all the leaves dancing around. It's spitting them out of its mouth because it was yelling and a whole bunch just went right in. That was not the crunch he expected to bite down on.
Uh, all right. Uh, we might. I don't know. Should we leave? We haven't solved it yet. I don't think, but like, there's some sort of balance thing going on.
Uh, I'm gonna try to thwack troll. It's being distracted by leaves. I might as well try to get it away from me. I'll use my little mosquito blaster tennis racket.
They're gonna just bop it on the nose.
Go away!
I guess we do have to. I mean, we gotta bash this ghast at some point, right? Like, who's got the containment module? Like, right? Isn't that how it works?
I could try my Imperial Dispersal Armament again.
I also have some
Oh,
spirit jars, but I don't know if I have one that's the right size.
Well, Jess, you had originally said you were gonna have Emma bash it, so
Yeah.
roll your CQC to bash it.
Okay. That's not a great roll, but we'll see what I get. Oh, 1 and a 3. That is 2 successes for me.
Nice.
Alrighty. So that is a pretty solid thwap you hear, and you actually see the mesh from your racket like actually singe the tip of its nose, and catch some of the leaves on fire in the process. That mosquito whacker is pretty useful. So it staggers back a bit. Who's next? It is still very much a solid entity right now.
Do we see anything else happening with the throne?
Nope. Just all of the candles are lit, and it's a little bit brighter than it was before you lit that last one.
There's a.
We need to put it on the throne?
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say.
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna try and shove this. I'm gonna find a way to go around him and shove him towards the throne.
Give me a fitness and brawn roll.
All right.
This sounds like one where I could roll an assist if that's a thing in this game.
You can offer an assist. In this case, just grab a single die, or you just add another die to John's roll, whichever way you want to approach it.
Oh yeah,
Just
just
know
let.
that you both suffer the consequences.
Sure, let John add another die to the roll.
Okay. Well, right now I'm at 4 successes.
And did you also include your extra one for being in costume? Your extra die?
Oh no, I hadn't.
Yep, so add another die for being in costume and the extra die for the assist.
Got one more for the assist, and that is a 3, so that is 2 more.
Ooh.
So that
All right.
is 4, 5, 6.
Nice. So the two of you with a nice humph shove the War on Christmas troll towards the throne. The axe catches on one of the metal shelves, loses its grip, and when it falls face first into the jack-o'-lanterns, you could have sworn a number of them just open their mouths just a little bit wider. Once it falls into the throne, the other jack-o'-lanterns just spill on top of it, and you feel just one last cool breeze before you hear that sinister laugh one more time. And then you get that nice fall breeze and that nice whiff of pumpkin spice. You take a look back into the store, the mall itself, realize that a lot of that Christmas stuff is starting to dissipate. almost like it's melting away and was never there in the first place.
The
I think we won.
that
We did it.
sounds good. Unless there's uh, is that is the I don't know. I guess we have to stand back and see what happens. Is it just going to continue to dissipate, or is there more work to be done? That's what we got to figure out.
It is continuing to dissipate, starting from Spirit and just moving its way back out towards the rest of the mall. Realize that the Christmas decorations are disappearing.
Perfect.
2 more months. 2 more months.
72 days.
72 days.
72 days.
Well, I mean, you can start decorating for Christmas before that. So, like, really, when it comes down to it, like 32 days, something like that. 42 days. We can post Thanksgiving.
That's what I believe.
Let's go get a nice testimonial from that security guard out there and get our money.
Exactly. Is there a well, yeah, as we're leaving, is I've forgotten his name again. Santoni, is he around somewhere?
No. Yeah, he's coming out from the back room, and just goes, "Huh? Where'd all the pumpkins go?"
I don't think they were ever here, my friend. I think they've gone to a better place. Tantino.
Oh, it's like, well, that's one less thing I gotta clean up.
Well, if you ever encounter anything spooky, paranormal, spectral, haunting, any kind of activity like this again, here's our card. You can reach out. And follow us. Our socials are on there too. You can follow.
Right.
I started a TikTok. I put that on there. You can check us out.
Are you gonna give me a follow back?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
And my socials.
I already got Santino's socials. I was gonna actually drop a and for the exchange. Big thanks to Santino at Spirit Halloween.
Nice. Yeah. I will take note as we leave of like with I assume growing satisfaction of like, yes, the tree that was glitched through the world is dissipated.
Is no more.
Right.
It's like it was never even there. You know, that fake snow, also not even there. In fact, the fountain's actually back on. As soon as that tree finished disappearing, it just fountain kicked back on, water starts moving again. The Christmas music that had been playing on the speakers has been replaced with your typical mall music.
Nice, comforting mall music.
When you actually are like heading out towards an entrance, you realize that while you'd been in there, it apparently was snowing while you were inside, and it's melting rather rapidly. What you thought was going to be a cold day because of the chill in the morning is actually turning out to be a nice, crisp fall day.
Hey, Stalis out there? Can he?
He's back out there on another smoke break.
Another? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
Another.
We're all wrapped up in there. No more Christmas. We won the war on Christmas, in fact.
Nice.
Because that was kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was.
And you didn't even see the Christmas troll.
You mean besides the one in there that yells about a war on Christmas, we have to escort him out every month?
Oh well, maybe you did meet him then. You can escort him next time.
Okay. I think you can handle that. But yeah, I'll let my boss know you're done, and they'll get you paid.
Excellent.
Gotta get paid.
Can I get a
Always.
testimonial, a recorded one? That would be awesome.
Sure. Puts out the cigarette and then goes through the
Get a little
goes through your
testimonial.
testimonial. Yep, go through the testimonial process of being a satisfied customer. Because yeah, you got a reputation to uphold after all, don't you?
Certainly do. If I'm ever gonna get out of my parents' shadow, we gotta grow our own business. Gotta grow our own franchise.
That's right.
Your name out there and not theirs.
Exactly.
And that, my friends, concludes our adventure of a holly jolly Halloween.
Awesome.
All
So
right.
I appreciate you all coming out and playing in the first game of Ghastbashers I've run since, I believe, last Halloween. So it's been a bit. Hope you all had fun. Hope you all enjoyed your first experience with the game. And for
Absolutely.
those of you watching, I do hope you enjoyed watching the shenanigans unfold. And I will pass it back to John because this is technically your show.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. Really quick, going around our cast that came out for this game. We always like to say if you want to shout out any new projects that you have going on, please feel free. Jess, you got anything coming down the line or anything going on right now?
Yeah, I do. I actually have a Kickstarter going on right now. It's just a short run. It'll last until the 27th of October, and it is for the Coven of PS13. It is Mean Girls meets The Craft. It's a GM-less TTRPG where you play high schoolers during the day, and at night you are conducting a great ritual to try to gain some sort of power before the full moon. And that's on Kickstarter. Like I said, the Coven of PS13. Also, in December, come watch the streams here on Rick and Rasp for the Diversity Scholarship of the IGDN.
Awesome. Thank you. Anthony, I know you've got something going on too.
I always got something going on. Right now, I have a Kickstarter running for a new RPG called Weeaboomers. It is a D12-powered comedy anime RPG inspired by anime of the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, and the fans that grew up with it. In it, you are not your typical anime protagonist. You are a middle-aged person that is dealing with moderate joint pain and depression, suddenly getting your anime call to adventure, and now you have to juggle adulting and your anime powers and responsibilities. So you can go ahead and fight evil by starlight and win bread by daylight, and then still go ahead and question why you're doing your 9 to 5. So that is live on Kickstarter until November 11th. And mainly I'm just trying to make sure I have enough money to pay my artists what they're worth.
Oh, it's a good thing, but at the same time, I would love to see the Kickstarter go well. So, that said, Danielle, got anything coming down too?
Well, we just launched the One-Legged GM Twitch channel where most Wednesdays around 8, we're going to be 8 Eastern. We are showing our game design process. We create big bads and one-shots. We just designed the Cult of Karen for our urban fantasy game. We welcome interaction in the chat, and it is also posted on the One-Legged GM YouTube channel after the fact. So please give us a like, follow, and come on by.
Absolutely. And Matthew. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
And we will be all together at the Grand Rapids Comic Con at the beginning of November, first weekend.
Awesome.
And Rapids.
And Matthew.
Yeah, I'm Matthew Orr. My company is Wet Ink Games. We make all kinds of games. I've been working diligently all summer on the Never Going Home stuff. We have 3 books coming out, at least digitally by the end of the year. I don't know if they'll be in print by then. Hopefully, but you can never be sure because it's we keep tweaking them, getting them right. We will be at Gamehole Con in about a week from the time of this is recorded. So I don't know when it'll be posted, but we may be there. Right, we may be enjoying it right when this posts. I don't know. That's the most recent things for us. Other stuff that we've had on crowdfunding is getting finished. We got news from the factory stuff. It's coming off the production line, so that'll be good for some of the other stuff we've been working on earlier in the year. So you can find us at all we're Wet Ink Games on basically all the places. So Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Find us there.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And just tossing out there for channel stuff and everything else. Next month is going to be super busy. We don't have any games for the next 2 weeks here on the channel because we will be at Gamehole Con. And then the weekend after that, we've got something else happening. But starting in November, we actually have a whole slew of shows because we had some cancellations with weather and health and other things. So I know we have Rememrex coming back from Nerdy City. We will have the First Contact coming from Bad Moon. We have, what was it? Never Going Home. We're going to have the game that got canceled with Crystal. So that will be coming on the channel. And we've got something else. I can't remember quite what it was. And then December, yes, we will have the IGDN Scholarship Marathon. And I will be at Gamehole Con. I will be running some games of Never Going Home. And then I will be at, what is it? I will be at, a Catacon. So I'll be at a Catacon. That'll be my first convention with my table selling my books. Gutter Punk will be there, and I really look forward to having everybody out there. I am actually going to be in the booth right next to Anthony. So we're going to be booth buddies at a Catacon.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to having Pithy Productions side by side with you there. Looking forward to it.
Awesome. Well, everyone, that's going to conclude it for tonight. But as we always say when it all comes down, hey, seriously, let's play.